Hello, everyone. Welcome to tonight's session of Emoris. As always, before we begin, announcements. First of all, there is no Fandalva this Sunday, because our DM is not present on that day. But Rhyme is on this Wednesday, so you should go check out Rhyme, and also next Wednesday, and also Fandalva the following Sunday, because it's cool. And then apart from that, the only other thing that we really have to announce is to follow us on all the socials. That's Twitter, Twitch, Discord, YouTube, Instagram, and Patreon. Shout out to the patrons. You're dope. And I think that's it, right, Griz?
I believe so.
That's all we have to announce for today. Okay. So, is everyone ready to jump into tonight's game?
Let's get it!
Yeah.
Ooh, ooh.
Beautiful. So, previously on Emoris, the Silver Goats had traveled to the Cakery in an attempt to, we'll say, liberate the enslaved people within, and also see if you guys could locate the last orb of Kymel that you suspected to be located in the building itself. When you got there, you discovered that Master Greyvile, who is one of the heads or the leaders of the Cakery, had somewhat been anticipating your arrival and had prepared a number of challenges around the recently decapitated and mutilated corpse of one Mr. Gustin Gain. And you started doing them, some of them, cheating around some of the other ones, and finding that each and every one of them resulted in some form of encounter with the devil. But regardless, you completed or bypassed all 5, finding yourselves with a number of small brass discs that you cleverly put together to form one key that you thus inserted into the wall in the sales room and granted you access up to Greyvile's office, where he attempted to have a chat with primarily Free and Alakian, before an inevitable combat ensued, and after a difficult fight, if not only for the fact that you guys were low on HP, you managed to slay the Amnesu, sending him back to the 9 Hells where he originated from, and leaving, to your knowledge, the Cakery in your hands. And that is where we left off. So, as you guys finish up in your combat here, decimating the remaining devils into small piles of ash and ooze, you find yourself standing in Greyvile's office, just you guys. So, Silver Goats, what would you like to do?
We did it.
All my dogs to me. I have 3 blink dogs around. Big Cole.
It hurts. Everything hurts.
Free is just immediately going into search mode. Is there any hidden doors, objects, something? Because he's supposed to have all kinds of trinkets, including the orb, so where the heck is it?
That's exactly what I was getting ready to do.
Yep.
Yeah.
We always.
Okay, so who is investigating what?
I'm going. No, go ahead. You first.
Free is going to look for hidden doors or switches, because clearly something here is like, where are they?
Is there a specific area that you guys each want to tackle here, so we can delegate tasks?
I'm going near the piano.
Okay.
I'll take a look through the.
Fuck.
I'll take a look through the
Thank you.
the bookcases, or the desk. Probably the bookcases.
I was gonna do the desk.
Okay, so I can do the desk. And then Izzy and Wade, do you want to investigate anyone?
I will maintain the tradition of being Elakian's detective partner.
Okay.
Uh,
Wade?
Can I keep
Sherlock
an eye and ear out
Right, no,
for Gregory?
Sure. So, everyone except for Wade and Izzy make investigation checks, and Wade make a perception check. Alakin, you've got advantage.
23.
Nice.
Ooh.
9.
13.
13. Oh,
With
that's
It was
advantage.
bad roll.
perception. I would
Yeah,
have done better.
I
Interesting.
rolled a 9 and a 13.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
So
you
bad.
guys.
Perception would have been 7 higher.
Yeah, I know, right?
You guys begin fiddling around in your various aspects, sort of lifting the lid up on the piano and gently playing a number of keys that you think might have some correlation with anything that the amnesia might have suggested in your past or that is important to the cakery. Nothing seems to draw your attention in this particular regard. The piano itself, if you could get it out, would probably be worth a lot of money because it's not a normal piano. It does appear to be infernal in design, but it is, for all intents and
Of course.
purposes, a non-magical piano, and it doesn't hold any traps that you can find.
Creepy. Just creepy. Cool.
Can I'm going to tell you what Izzy does and see if I stumble across something through happenstance. I'm going to go up to the torches. I'm going to pull on them and like try to twist them to see if any of that works.
Yeah, you walk up and begin pulling and twisting, and they are torches.
I move over to the bookshelf and I begin to I go to one book and I pull it out, see if it works. If it doesn't, I throw it. I'm going to go through the entire thing unless someone has a better idea.
Okay, so you meet up with Thyra, who is currently investigating the books, and you, Thyra, are also kind of like pulling them out and flicking through them. Most of them are in languages that you don't understand, and in trying to find some odd area that is misshapen or uneven, you don't find much. Same for you, Lakin. You try and begin pulling out drawers and things. A couple of them are locked, but the ones that you get through just have odd bits of paper, parchment.
Can I unlock the locked drawers?
You can attempt to. Go ahead and roll these tools.
I will do that. Give myself guidance too while I'm at it. That is.
And while you're doing that,
Go ahead.
Wade,
Yeah.
you poke your head out of the doorway and attempt to keep a really good ear out for anyone encroaching that you think might be, I don't know, representative of a demon or a devil of that ilk. Make a history check for me, actually, while you're here, Wade. Either history or nature, your choice.
They're the same, alright. That is a nat 20 for a 19.
You know what a Baylor is. You've seen diagrams of Baylors
Dude.
before. You imagine
Nigel
what they would sound
Thornberry
like.
fought a Baylor in the book. Just kidding. It probably that part is
He sure
highly,
did now.
That part is highly debated in the academic world, but he swears
it.
by it.
Mm-hmm. So you know what it sounds like. And you keep a really good ear out. You can sort of hear some vague muttering from way down in the cakery that you gather is probably something to do with the slaves.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to footsteps, nothing yet that you can hear.
Hey y'all, I'm hearing some movement out there.
Do you think he's hiding it behind some lead? Or do you think it's just in a secret room?
Well, hold on, let me check this really quick. I'm gonna take the rug and start rolling it up and see if there's like a stairway under there.
Okay, yeah. You begin rolling the rug up. You have to sort of move the two chairs out of the way to push all the way up to the desk. And it is floor underneath. There is no hidden trapdoor
Ah,
there.
shit.
What about those
Equal-
locked
That was
doors?
a 26 on those these tools.
Okay, yeah. You manage to unlock the thing and you pull it out, and there are a number of pieces of parchment in there.
Any contracts?
So I say, do they resemble contracts?
It's difficult to say because most of them, in fact, all of them are in languages that you don't understand. They are just pieces of parchment to you.
I have a reference.
Free will wander over to look over papers.
Yep.
Because she speaks Infernal.
Yeah, you look over at what the bits of paper are in there, and also the ones in the other drawers that Lakin pulls out. A number of them are records detailing past sales, the sort of income,
Yoink, 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 yoink.
stuff like that. There are a couple of pieces of paper in the bottom drawer that he pulled out that you don't read as infernal, and they are also in languages that you don't understand.
Does it seem like the abyssal disguise that they used last time?
Make an intelligence check.
Uh, 8.
It's hard to say. It's definitely not something that you can read.
Izzy will wander over and take a look. She speaks Elvish and Dwarvish.
Not anything that you can read.
All right.
You guys roll so well on everything, and now all of a sudden today you're rolling like shit.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I have an inspiration point, but I'm saving it for the thing I really want. Which actually, you know what? Since she has all these papers in front of her, she's going to cast Locate Object and focus on her contract.
Ooh.
Okay. Sure. So you go ahead and take the time to cast the spell. And as you do so, you feel that arcane power begin to wash over like the top of your head and over your eyes and almost tint your surroundings a slightly different color. If nothing else, only to exaggerate the bright light that is currently in your hands right below you.
She just rolls it up and puts it in her bag.
Nice.
Okie dokes.
Alright, I'll ask again. Do we think he's hiding his pretty things behind a lead or just in a secret room?
Probably both.
Hey.
Honestly.
I'm gonna cast cast Locate Object on the orb anyways.
Okay. You go ahead and cast your Locate Object. And as your vision too begins to shift and sort of tint in a darker color, you don't see anything in this room.
Well, it's up to 1,000 feet, so if it's within 1,000 feet, I know the direction.
Right.
The only thing it can't go through is lead.
Sure. And you look around and it's not within your peripheral.
Well, it's not in the area.
They said the second floor is where all the contracts get shifted about. Maybe he hid things down there.
Go take a look then.
One more quick.
Are we
here.
still handcuffed to people right now?
You
No.
are not.
No, we got that off right away last time.
We did that. Yeah, we did that before we did the fight last week.
Yeah, curiously enough,
really bad, those bugs.
you guys
Yeah.
aren't handcuffed to anyone. The one thing that you do notice, Izzy, is a small goblin who is kind of just clutching onto Wade's leg and not really going anywhere. But they don't seem to be handcuffed.
I'm gonna go up to the goblin and pat him on the head and be like, "Doing good there, friend."
Oh yes, very good.
Sorry. How about you, Wade?
Peachy.
I'm gonna go for a walk.
I pat Wade on the head too.
Dara's gonna go for a walk. She's gonna call her dogs to her, and she's gonna walk around and see if she can get a ping.
By
Locate
walk
object lasts for 10 minutes.
by walk
Sure.
around, you mean outside of the room, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
I
As-
am going to pop a detect magic while we are in this room.
Okay, and Wade?
I'm just gonna again reiterate to Thyra. There seems to be something going on out there, so let me come with you.
Aye, I'll follow as well.
Okay, so the three of you begin walking back out of the office and down the stairs. Yeah, Alakian, as you go ahead and cast Detect Magic, yeah,
How lit up is this room?
this
Do I see
room,
Christmas lights?
as you cast a spell, are you ritual casting it or just popping it?
I'm just popping it because I don't really, because everybody's leaving, so I'm like, I don't really have time to ritually cast it. So yeah.
You go ahead and take a look around the room. Nothing. Not one thing is lit up.
Just makes
Does there
me
seem
think
to be-
it's hidden.
Like voids and stuff. Well, I guess no. I guess that wouldn't work. Never mind. That's a dumb question. Well, actually, I guess no. I guess that would. Would I be able to tell if it's blocked by something? Because like it says it penetrates, like the spell penetrates stuff. So would I be able to tell if it's blocked?
Detect magic specifically is not particularly powerful, and the walls being stone, they're probably going to get blocked anyway. So it's difficult to say here. Your vision with detect magic is limited to what is in the room, and it's not pinging anything. And you and if you mentioned it to Free, you and Free both kind of like that's strange.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can Bree take a look around the rest of the room now? She hasn't left yet. She's determined that something is wrong here, because that doesn't make sense. Where the hell are his trinkets?
Yeah, whereabouts in the room do you want to take a look at? Or do you want to just case everything?
Okay, so the case there did that. I don't... Along the walls where the bear heads are, maybe? And then if not, the bookcase again. That's all that's left, really.
I want to case out the pillars that are sitting next to the tables, along with the tables.
Okay, so both of you make investigation checks.
Since she found what she wants, we'll see how I
I'm gonna
roll.
Guidance on myself. That's not gonna help much. Probably better than my last roll, at least. That is a 16 for me.
You give a decent look over the pillars, and the pillars don't seem to have anything. You three are trying to find something in the bear
I
head.
have a question about this.
Okay.
Do I just take the 15 if I use inspiration, or do I actually get to reroll?
Do you have DM inspiration or
I
Bardic
have DM inspiration.
So since DM inspiration is just another straight... No, it's just with advantage, yeah, so you could take the 15 if you wanted to.
Okay. I mean... I didn't want to like use it knowing that it was a 15. That's why I was asking if you wanted me to reroll.
You can, if you want to reroll, you can reroll. I'll allow that, but it'll be the first roll.
Yeah, I'll just reroll the first. No, it's still terrible. It doesn't matter.
Oh, the dice are not with us.
Yeah,
Dice
you guys
are just-
are... It's so strange to you three because there is such a strong feeling that there is something off with this room. But no matter what you look at, you are not finding it. You're starting to think that maybe this is just an office.
Alright. Just find the others. And she's gonna go find the others.
Sure.
As
the rest
she
of you...
leaves,
Okay.
I just because because my alignment has changed, and B, because I don't trust people to actually do stuff well, I want to go investigate the bookshelves again.
Okay. Sure.
And just kind of, and I don't know if they took out all of the books as well, or like, I know Izzy said she was going, like that was kind of what she wanted to do.
Mhm.
But I do want to go very thoroughly inspect the bookcase at least again.
Okay, go ahead and roll an investigation check. Straight roll.
So, oh baby, that's a 24.
Okay. 24.
Where were you earlier? You fucker.
Yeah,
Right?
Right?
You have had 3 friends investigate this bookshelf. And they have made the DC on this a lot harder. Because they failed 3 times.
Wait, there were 3 rolls on the bookshelf?
Yes.
Yeah.
There's 2.
There were 2, but one was
No,
with advantage, right?
Free made one too.
Yeah, Izzy just like threw books off of it. She didn't roll.
Right. So the DC is a lot higher for this. You have to spend a fair amount of time looking into the bookshelf and really picking apart the areas. There is eventually a point after about 10 minutes of you searching where you kind of are pulling books out and feeling around, and you feel a small switch underneath one of the shelves on the back wall. You just ever so faintly flick it, and the bookshelf itself begins to swing open, to reveal behind it a wall of stone or a similar mineral. But the bookshelf itself swings.
Little solid wall there.
You feel around.
Like
It's solid. There are grooves in there. You gather there's probably a door in here somewhere. But with your investigation check, there's no lock on it.
Okay.
So it's there. You just don't know how to get in.
I start pushing on stones, like I'm like feeling around the door and trying to like see if it's like a pressed stone contraption.
You give it a good feel over. It's solid. Nothing is giving way. Just roll me another investigation check.
That's a natural 1 for a total of 11.
You don't know if you're not feeling the trigger or if it's here or what, but if there even is a trigger. But this door is not opening from what you're doing.
Well, I'm going to keep at it because I'm shit to try and figure out how this fucking door opens until somebody comes back and tells me otherwise.
Great. So, the three of you, minus Free, go ahead and leave and start walking around. And you get, I'll say maybe like a minute and 30 seconds, 2 minutes into your search before Free begins to follow down the stairs after you guys. What are you guys doing?
I'm looking for stairs or pings on my detect my locate object.
And I shall tell you if you find anything in your 10 minutes.
And I'm keeping an eye out for
Do I
former
need to roll?
slaves.
Do I need to roll a perception check to see if I can find stairs?
Sure, you can do.
16.
Great. Awesome. And then so, Wade, you can do the same to see if you can find your new friends.
16.
Equa.
Yeah.
One quick thing. While I'm waiting on them to get back, I'm just gonna sit there and ritually cast Detect Magic while I'm waiting on them to get back. See how it's obvious I can't like feel the door out. I'm gonna try and ritually cast Detect Magic and see if it helps again.
That's fine. You can go ahead and do that. So in the few minutes that you guys are down here trying to investigate the area, Thyra, you're not seeing any stairs that are in the open or behind walls that you can, penetrate through with your locate object or that you can see signs of. Wade, you do hear talking of slaves, mostly back in the slave rooms that Alekian dipped down into before. And with your 16, since you guys are looking around the place, most of them are talking about, what they're going to do when they get out.
Word travels quick, huh?
You said there was an opening to the second floor, right?
You guys were just in it. The second
Okay.
floor was the stairs up into Gravar's office, and there was no other room outside of Gravar's office.
Okay, so we didn't find like other people's offices.
No, it was just his.
Okay.
I would head back to the room after it fades and not finding anything.
Yeah, if we can't find other people's offices, she's gonna head back up there too.
And I'll pull you guys over to the full map so you guys can see. Are you guys checking everywhere in the cakery?
I think as far as we can get in 10 minutes, right?
Yeah, as far as we can get in 10 minutes.
Seeing that Alekian is alone in the office, Izzy will head back.
Okay, sure thing. So you guys, I'll say, come down to the sales room. You can head out through the double common room if you want, and I'll reveal the room. This doesn't really matter anymore, but I'll reveal the room that you fought the other Bone Devil in, which is right there. The magical insects have now faded, and you can see that it is a room. That's sort of where you were before.
Was there ever like a room that you strictly weren't allowed in besides his office?
Just the room where Agatha was. And where the collars are made, obviously.
Maybe.
Then it's got to be in that room somewhere.
I swear that Succubus said something about offices. So where's the rest of the other floor? Is there a hidden wall? Is it illusioned? Like, we're missing something. There's gotta be something missing here.
Equa,
Yes.
when I assume I get back to the main office pretty quickly, and I see Lakian and the now new wall.
By the time you get back, if you left immediately, you would see him investigating the bookshelf. He's there for a while.
Sure thing. So, if they don't get back before he finds it, I'll reach out with Chaos and be like, "Oh, found a thing."
Sure. Yeah, you guys can also go to the courting rooms, which are rooms with beds in some of them. Some of them are just like there for the display of talking or music or things like that. And you guys get investigation around it, but there's nothing that pops up to you guys.
Did the devils ever talk about other rooms in front of the slaves?
No.
You guys? I was gonna say maybe one of them might have slipped up and but
If I did, I quickly forgot.
cannot help with that right now.
I didn't mean that. I mean, anything I wasn't supposed to hear, I wasn't supposed to hear. I didn't want to be back in that room. I'd avoided it long enough.
Do we Wade, you said that you are coming with because you heard things. What did you hear?
I just heard a lot of people milling about.
No. Probably the slaves wanting to get out. You can't blame them.
We've got to find their contracts.
Were they not in the desk of the papers that you guys were going through?
I didn't find them at all. Just records and things.
There must be something we missed.
Well, we go back up to the room. I've got templates of the contracts that they use. And maybe try and locate just contracts in general that way.
That could work.
Equa, on that note, did my detect magic ping any of the papers or the one that Free put away?
By the time Free had put it away, you hadn't cast it yet.
Well, but that's what I'm saying. Would it have pinged through her backpack?
Well, I guess it would have technically because it's a cloth backpack, right? So it's not protected from detect magic. So yeah, you would see that something that she picked up was magical.
Okay. But that was the only paper that showed magical on there.
I mean, it was hard to say. You saw her put a bunch in her pack.
No. I mean, there wasn't any other like magic pieces of paper.
Nothing that she left in the room was magic. No.
Okay.
Do you want me to wait till we get to the room for me to cast it, or do you want me to cast it in the office where I found the templates?
I mean, we could start there.
So we're going back to this room, I think is where I found it.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys head back, and by the time you get back there, you hear one of you, whoever Izzy chooses, will hear a message in their heads.
Free. Chaos chose free.
Oh, Izzy says they found something upstairs. And she's going up those stairs.
Yeah, you guys walk up to see that the bookshelf, the main one on the back wall, has swung open. But there is still a stone wall behind it.
So, not that I don't believe in your investigative capabilities, but I didn't believe in your investigative capabilities, and so this is what I found. Luckily Izzy came back because I had no way of contacting.
I didn't go to that room. I went to where I found those contract templates. I'm not there.
Well,
Right, okay, so you're in the sales room.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go back up with Free.
I'll put you down there. And while I'm here...
Izzy's going to hoist the pickaxe and be like, it's a stone fucking wall, and I can...
Does it
we have
look like
time.
stone, or does it look like some other kind of mineral, Equa?
I will give Isabel a nature
Yeah.
check. But only Isabel.
Yep.
Because Isabel grew up in a dwarven city.
Yep.
Natural
enough.
1 for 3.
Nice.
That's
Yeah!
alone.
That sounds about right.
She,
It's also a
she,
magical pickaxe.
she skipped stone class.
Yeah, turns out didn't get a lot of information on rocks. Living on the streets trying to scam people out of gold. I mean, I could take the axe out and try to break it down, but
I think that's a good idea.
and
I don't
if anyone
think
else
that
wants to,
there's
wants to take a
some-
crack at looking for a switch.
So, do we not think that there's some kind of
Excuse me.
other mechanisms to protect from breaking into it? I feel like with as much thought has been put into everything here, if this is the important room, then it might be very well protected other than just
Oh, hey,
with
this
a
is definitely
switch.
plan D. This is not first thing, but I'm just saying I have a magical pickaxe.
If it is trapped, I mean, y'all did all your like sensing and stuff, right? And there wasn't anything in here.
Not in
Aye,
here.
but the wall on the other side could be lined with lead, in which case we would not be able to see through this as to what's on the other side.
Also, the building is protected from being scryed in. Maybe all the walls are lined with whatever magic or this is.
But anyone else want to try to look for a switch to get in there somehow?
Equa,
I could take a look at the door, but I don't have any magic left. I have one spell left, and it's not useful right now.
not necessarily a switch, but could I look through, like, look along the wall, like where, like, the wall meets the bookcase, and see if I can find, like, some kind of magic rune on it necessarily? Like,
Yeah.
specifically looking for something like that?
Yeah, you can roll investigation for that.
Okay.
Either that or perception, or I'll perception for this one.
While he does that, is he's gonna walk right up to the wall and look at it and just say, "Fuck it, open sesame."
You feel a
I need
little
to
bit like
roll
an
that
idiot, but
investigation.
nothing happens.
Worth a try. Worth a try.
Should at least say it in Infernal.
I don't know how to speak Infernal, so
That's probably a problem.
hey. So how about
23
you
on
try
that.
it? Yay.
Equa.
Yeah, there's no rune or anything on the walls that you can find.
I push Free over in front of the door and be like, "All right, try it now."
Can Free see anything on the door that might look like a way through?
I'm gonna
Make
put my
perception check.
hand on Free's shoulder and kind of lean in as well next to her and give her guidance.
I'll give her.
I can't
I'll
really
give her
do much
help
to give
advantage.
assistance if she's looking, but
I'll give her assistance.
You
as well.
don't need to roll
19.
anything else. You're fine. You can. We'll keep the 19. The stone is definitely there is some way to open it. You are certain of it. You can see the outlines of where the door is. You do not see a mechanism to open it. And how it's made is very tight. This is kind of like an airtight seal.
So that could explain why we couldn't sense any magic coming through the cracks if there was magic behind it, for example.
Yep. I want to go back to the desk and specifically look for a switch.
Okay, roll investigation.
Free will give Izzy what she wants and say open sesame and infernal just because.
What's
You
right?
you say the words, and you're left staring at a stone
Yeah.
wall.
She's like, I figured.
Yeah,
I
no,
don't
I assumed
find
as well. It was
shit.
a Hail Mary.
What'd you get, Lakin?
Another natural one.
Fuck.
For
You are
total
making a
of
real
9.
mess of this desk right now. You guys have pretty much strewn this office out all over the floor.
Okay.
Everything is a mess completely.
All right. There's got to be something here.
It's gotta be linked to the piano somehow.
I don't think it is. I think it's a password, honestly. Can I take a look at the... Oh, wait, I didn't see... No, I did... Can I take a look through the
He
papers?
didn't write the password down on one of those papers that Free was looking over, did he?
I mean...
You pull out the papers and take a while to look over them. You don't see anything on there that's indicative. So while you guys are doing that, Thyra, what are you doing?
I am pulling out the contract templates that I took off of the desk in the room where we took our long rest, and
Sure.
I'm going to cast locate object on other contracts of a similar thing, just contracts in general.
Okay. Let me pull up locate object.
Do you want me to? I can.
What is similar to use? So I can locate a specific object known to you as long as you've seen it up close within 30 feet at least once. I'm trying to think if each contract is different in writing, so I'm trying to think if this would
I mean,
work.
but a contract is an object.
Right.
I have it in front of me.
They are specific to the owner and the slave, so I'm trying to think if this would work. I'm gonna roll for it. Yeah. This is what I'll say. In casting the spell, you don't see anything around the room that you're in. You gather to find the contracts. You're gonna have to look pretty close because if the spell is giving off an aura, it's probably going to be faint because there are a number of different types of contract. There might be something to it, but you're going to have to look real close.
All right, then I'll take like 5. About how long would it take to get back up to Greyvile's office?
Oh, like 40 seconds.
Okay, so I'll spend 5 minutes in that room looking around, not looking at anything specific, because looking at things from a distance is better for her.
Sure, yeah. Go ahead and roll perception for me.
27.
You start really looking around the room, sort of peeling apart books and trying to see if any of the pages light. And none of them really do. But because you rolled so high in perception, as you approach the end of your allotted time of looking, you begin to hear something down the hall from you, back down the main hall, of kind of like these heavy footfalls that are coming closer. Slow and proud, but they're coming closer.
She's gonna book it back to the room. She's still got 5 minutes, so she's still like kind of got an eye out, but
Sure.
she's heading back into the room. So I think we have company.
So
Well,
we're
that's fun.
leaving then? Yeah?
And I still have it up for another 5 minutes. The location.
Sure.
It-
Yeah. Without you really looking, you're not going to see anything, but you can attempt to look around the room before whatever happens if you want to.
I heard-
Thyra,
Yes.
Sorry.
So I
What
just
did you hear?
strong, slow, proud footsteps downstairs.
Right, so we're
Close
leaving, right?
the door.
If I go down,
I'm
I
not
have a
leaving.
potion in my pocket. Please save me.
I'm not leaving without that orb.
You guys
No,
hear from
wait.
from the base of the staircase. It's
All right,
up.
so
Wait,
not leaving.
wait. They didn't like each other. We might be able to make him leave without a fight.
That's exactly what I was getting ready to say. It
As much
could
as I
very
hate
well
this
be.
bastard, I don't think we can survive this. Not all of us.
No. Just let the talker do the talking,
Aye,
and
I think
everybody else.
Free should do the talking. This is her.
Exactly. Aye.
that was aye.
We'll see who it is.
I
I'm
closed the
going to-
door behind me, just
Okay.
for a little extra.
I'm moving myself.
So you close the door.
She's-
What are you guys all doing?
Free's got 3 blink dogs around her.
I am going
What a-
to sit behind the desk and
do that, you bastard.
attempt to start ritually casting detect magic because fuck it.
Sarah, if you can see a way to open that door, get it open. Please. And she's gonna point to the wall.
Yeah, I'll go over and see if there's anything that I can do.
What are you attempting to do to the wall?
I don't know. I've got to look at it first.
Roll a perception check.
I'll assist.
Yeah,
We already looked. Hey, oh, we didn't look over there yet though.
It's a wall. It's about what you see. So, as you're doing this, Thyra, you hear the footsteps come up to the doorway, and then this, and you look back towards the doorway, and there is a figure in the doorway, although he's too tall for you to see his face. Of kind of like this big, bulky man, very, very well built, in pretty nice clothes, a whip on one side of the belt, and a very long and impressive sword on the other. And you'll just see he begins to shrink through and walk in through the doorway. And as he does so, you see this kind of like shock of pulled back, stringy brown hair, stern and wrinkled expression, and sort of looks to all of you, and then looks down at the pile of ooze on the floor, and looks back, and he's putting his hands very close to his weapons. What are you doing as he walks through?
I'm assuming it's Gregory.
It is 100% Gregory.
Oh boy. You didn't like him. He didn't like you. I've got my information. Leave.
Make an intimidation check.
Did
Can
she
I-
make
Because
her
his
advantage?
boss
She's
is
got
dead in the
guard
floor.
dogs?
Hold up. Can I brandish the Holy Avenger to like make myself look tough and give her advantage?
I mean, she's
You
got 3
can-
dogs too.
You can brandish it.
Doesn't fucking matter. It's a 13.
You rolled insight, not intimidation.
Either way, that's even worse then. It's
No,
3
okay.
less. It's 10.
Yeah, you watch as he.
She doesn't
as he
have
comes through the
intimidation
door.
as a skill.
I think
Nah,
we're persuasion.
Nice sword. You compensating for something?
Damn it.
He turns to you, Free, and you see an eyebrow kind of like cock a little bit at your appearance, and then sort of surveys the group a little bit. So, where is Grave Isle? Is this him?
Dead.
He sort of kicks the small pile of sludge that just onto the ground.
Yes.
And it was you idiots who did it?
Yes.
He's gonna roll an insight check.
I'll have you know my intelligence is only slightly below average.
Shouldn't say that with pride.
My IQ's a 53. I'll have you know.
Oh dear.
He looks back to Free, who appears to be doing most of the talking. I have been instructed to kill you.
And he's no longer here. What are you going to do about it? You no longer have a boss? Thought it was more of a partnership, but instructed?
So cracks the head a little bit and looks back. This is true. I could take this place for myself. You would be no threat to me. Look at you. Give me one good reason why I should not kill you all where you stand right now.
My brain just went,
Izzy's gonna step forward and say, how about payment for services rendered?
You pay me?
You pay us by not killing us, and we have removed the bastard from your life.
You are insolent, and is not good reason. I talk
How?
to leader of group, and turns back to Free.
How about you leave now, and I won't get the elementals from outside in here to ruin your day.
Make a persuasion check.
I swear to God, roll 20.
Come on, you got this.
23.
Heart of the dice. Yes, heart of the dice.
Oh.
An eyebrow kind of raise, and kind of like this. With your passive insight, there is a heavy consideration over this prospect. He's expecting an answer. He wasn't expecting that one. And you hear him say, "You know, there have been stories about you spread through lands, from bards, in taverns across continent. They speak of the heroics of the silvered goats, of the enemies that they made, how they opposed the scorched king and the frigid queen. You may bring them in here and they may kill me. What will they do to you?"
I understand, but taking you down with us is better than losing.
He turns back and surveys the room.
Now,
I'm
I
good
take
behind the
it
desk for the fact.
with you wanting to take control of this place that you're a fan of the status quo.
What are you trying to say?
I'm trying to say that I don't think you want the Scorched King taking over the world as much as we don't.
He sort of walks up a little bit and leans down to get on eye level. You are a stupid man. I am immune to fire. It does not matter to me.
That's not what I meant. This organization, if the Scorched King has his way, you think that you're gonna get any customers? I mean, maybe someday slaves will be hard to come by.
People's allegiances can be bought. This is what I do here. But you bring up good point. This is deal. So it turns back to the back wall.
Which Thyra's knocking on, trying to find a weak point.
Bruce, you give me spoil of rewards and my contract, and I will leave you here alone. No fight. Deal?
What contract?
Is he wearing a collar?
He's not wearing a collar. Make a perception check.
I want to do the same thing because I was thinking the same thing.
Sure.
I thought he meant the contracts he made. I'm confused.
9. Okay.
Yeah, you guys don't see any form of.
I'm too focused on this wall trying to figure out how to open it.
Yeah.
Because last time I used a staff on stone, it broke.
Fair enough.
Comes back to you, Free. Do we have deal?
You want us to give you the contracts of the people here?
Let me see contracts. I will take one. This is my final offer. And he sort of rests his hand back on the hilt of the sword.
Kind of whisper from behind the desk that I'm sitting under toward just kind of whisper to Free. I think that's gonna be our best offer that we're going to get. Advise you take it.
What if it's your contract, Free? That's not worth it.
No, I'm not gonna say it.
I don't know which contract he wants.
Why one contract?
It was not part of deal. 5. 4.
You know, you're not very smart. Why not just at least tell us, is it her contract? Because if it's if it's not her contract, this is a lot easier of a deal to make.
Wait,
You're
shut
making
up.
this more difficult.
1.
No fuck.
This is up to you, Free. What do you say?
She can't let him pick a contract. There's everything she stands against.
You gonna say
And then
no?
we all die. That's the problem.
Nah, we can kill this thing.
No, we can't.
Would you take mine instead of anyone else's?
I have no interest in yours.
Fuck. Then no.
Very well. And he begins to pull out the sword and the whip.
I'm sorry, guys.
Well, let's go for it. Everyone, go ahead and roll initiative for me. And we'll see if you can survive this. Okay. Tim?
How long has it been since we fought the Amnesu and he showed up?
It's been maybe 20
It's been at
minutes.
least, I'd say it's been at least 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Windows in this room?
there are no windows. You are looking
Oh,
at
I need to roll for the blink dogs. Hold on.
exactly what it is. And I'm going to remove the devil corpses just for you guys. So, Lakin, you were behind the main desk, so you're up there.
Hmm.
Everyone else, position yourselves where you would. Wade, your spiritual weapon's gone.
I
Where,
can't control my token.
where's the door? Is the door back here?
Yeah, the big stone door is behind that central bookcase, and he's in front
Okay,
of the
I
other
would've-
door.
I'd have been back. I'd have been back here then.
So, 25 to 20.
Blink dog's got a 22.
21.
21.
And Wade has the higher dex, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So then Wade, is he 20 to
You
15?
missed me. You missed me.
What'd you get?
21.
21, so you're above Wade.
After the dogs.
Okay, so 20 to 15. Oh, I see it. You guys don't have a thing. Alright. Bree, what's your dex?
+2? 15?
It's a 15. Go ahead and roll d20 for me.
Or no, 14.
Never mind. Okay. So top of the round, it is the Blink Dog's turn.
Well, they were told to protect Free, so they're gonna hold their action. They're gonna be in front of her for if he gets for if you know what? No. They're just gonna attack.
Okay.
Shoe. So that's 3 bites. It's 16, an 8, and a 12. I'm
You
sure
watch
they all
as
miss.
the Blink Dogs rush from Free's side into action, barking at the thing, and begin to try and tear into its flesh. But none of them seem to make contact. He is too surprisingly lithe and dexterous for them to manage to get into him at all. And then, is that the Blink Dog's turn?
Yes.
Alright, so Lakin, you're up. Wade, you're on deck.
I'm going to stay sitting behind the desk, but I am going to save my action to cast Channel Divinity Path to the Grave right before my next turn.
Okay, so you're holding a Channel Divinity. Got it.
Yes.
Okay, so that's your turn, Lakin, if you're staying
Actually,
there.
I guess before I do that, I guess I'm going to bonus action hide first.
Sure.
Just for the hell of it.
Sure. And as Lakin does that, Wade, you are up.
Alright. Gotta start off small here. Or actually, I have a lot of decision making to make. All right, I guess I'll just cast Firebolt. That's it. Just a Firebolt. That's what I'm doing.
Okay.
First turn.
Go ahead and roll an attack.
It's shit. 15.
You go ahead and conjure the firebolt and chuck it towards the thing, and as you do so, you let loose and remember he just told you he was immune to fire. As the firebolt scatters off of the outside of his form, not dealing any damage.
That's fine. Alright, and then I'm gonna move back this way.
Sure thing. So Isabel, you're up next. And Free,
Apparently,
you're
I
on
have 2 potions of greater healing in my inventory. That's fun. So I'm down one of
Yeah,
those
you
as a
do.
bonus action.
deck. Go ahead and roll for your healing.
Oh, fun. That's only 10.
10 points of healing back to Izzy.
Beautiful. And then I'm gonna look at free. I can't move my token still.
Oh, right, because I gave it to Free.
Yep.
My bad. Hold on. Represents Isabel. Okay, you can do it now.
Excellent. I'm gonna give free a look, and just be like, okay. And I'm gonna flank this guy with the blink dog,
Okay, sure.
and take my 2 attacks. I assume 14 misses
It does.
and an 18.
Misses.
Great. Yeah.
You, Isabel, down the potion, start running up and swipe twice.
Oh wait, I have advantage on those attacks.
Yes, you
Ah.
do.
I'll count those 2 as the first attack. If that's okay.
Okay, sure.
And then second attack, 21 or 24. 24.
Hits. So go ahead and roll your damage.
Beautiful. And fuck it. Two-handed swing, and I will use a level 3 smite.
Sure.
Okay, that's 12 damage, plus the additional 2d10 radiant from the sword. So 12 plus another 12, so 24. And then... Oh, get out of my fucking way, Jesus Christ. That's... And then 5d8 for the smite.
Oh, you're dumping a full thingy in it?
3rd level smite. I'm fucking this thing up.
Yeah, go for it.
Is there? I think Bacchus, was it Bacca or someone last week said there's also a plus another one for it being a fiend.
Yes, I included that. Yeah.
Cool.
That's an additional 21.
So 21
Radiant.
points of damage. Great, awesome. I gotta do some maths real quick. Yeah, got it. Awesome. Yeah, you deal a hefty hit into this thing on that one strike that you managed to get off, and as the blade cuts through, you almost cut through part of the illusion as well, and the clothing that he's wearing seems to dissipate around the blade, and you catch that glimpse of red underneath. And as it cuts through, you deal damage to it. It gets hurt.
Sweet.
All right. At the start of its turn, it's just going to straight up drop the illusion. As you see, the form maintaining same size, but now has these wings that have been curled back that just begin to stretch outwards and come outwards as he pulls the whip around and cracks it, and it begins to ignite with flame, and pulls the sword and then cracks that out to the side, and it ignites with lightning. At the start of the round, Isabel and all
Yep.
3 of the blink dogs
Ooh.
take 9 points of fire damage, except for you, Izzy, who takes 4.
Yep.
And then
Rolled
it's
a
going to
32
look...
on my stealth check, by the way.
Sure. It's going to look down to you, Izzy, and it's going to start attacking you. So the first one, it's going to attack you with the sword.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 28 to hit.
Yep.
How much was that with the whip?
None.
He didn't use the whip yet. He's just using the sword on Isabel.
You just said they all have to take fire damage.
From
Right,
being
that's
near
just
him.
from being near him.
Okay,
That
how
was
much
9
was-
points. 9
Nine.
points of fire damage. So Izzy, you take 22 points of slashing damage.
Unconscious.
Okay, and you would take an additional couple points of lightning damage. And Isabel is unconscious.
Yep.
He is then going to attack one of the blink dogs with the whip. I'll do the one dead ahead of him, which is a 21 to hit
That'll hit.
for 18 points of slashing damage. Is it
Okay,
still up?
which one did he hit? Orange,
one-
purple, or yellow?
The one straight ahead of him, which is orange.
Okay, orange is down.
Okay. So, both Izzy and the blink dog are down. And then he's just going to walk up to Free. That one blink dog gets attack opportunity if it wants it.
Yep. It's an 8. It's gonna miss.
Misses.
I mean, unless it has advantage, but I don't know if we're doing advantage.
It does not because
Oh no, it was yellow,
I mean,
not purple. No, it's just an 8.
no, it wouldn't because it's on the other side. Yeah. Great. So he's just going to walk straight past and look down at you, Free, and say, "You have made a bad decision." That's its turn. I'm Free. It's now your go.
She will healing word Isabel for 8 points.
Izzy, you wake up with 8 points of health.
And then she will use. Oh, wait, no. Yes. Vicious Mockery.
Okay.
Wisdom save.
A wisdom save for him. That's an 18.
Yeah, that makes it.
He's kind of just looming over you, and he's watching you cast a spell, and he's not attempting to stop it. He just watches you go, and you feel it go out and attempt to take hold of him, and nothing. He just stays there, stoic as ever. The following Free, if you don't move,
No.
It's now Thyra's go.
All right, I'm gonna move around here, next to Free. And I'm gonna pull out my Staff of Thunder and Lightning, and I'm gonna try and crack him with it.
Go ahead and roll your attack.
For a 20 to hit.
20 hits.
Yep, and I'm gonna pump my lightning into it on a hit. So
Sure.
that's 19 damage, 8 bludgeoning and 11 lightning.
Okie dokes. So as you crack the staff around, it impacts into the side of the Baylor. And as it does so, he kind of like shifts a little bit with a hit, and then the lightning comes out from the side of the impact. The lightning does not seem to do as much damage as you anticipated it would.
Guy. Alright.
And then that's Thyra's go. So following Thyra, it's now the Blink Dog's turn. Oh, I'm sorry, Thyra. Yes, you also, as you hit, take an additional 12 points of fire damage. As you hit it. And the staff makes impact, and these small bits of flame seem to wreath around the staff and come over to you and sort of swirl around you for a second, damaging you. Okay, so, Blink Dogs.
Yes, they are both going. This one's gonna move up to here. And they're both gonna attack. I gotta find the page. Too many things open. 7 and 11. Neither of them hit.
Well, you have advantage because of flanking.
Okay, so 22.
So the 22 does hit.
Two piercing damage.
Great, awesome. And in doing that, that Blink Dog takes 12 points of fire damage.
Okay, which one?
It would be...
purple.
Yes, because that one hit
Okay.
first. It seems to latch onto the back of the calf, and deals some damage, but not much.
Purple is still up.
Following that, Alakian, it's your turn.
Cool. The Channel Divinity goes off,
Yes, it does.
and then I will grab one of my silver-tipped arrows and attempt to shoot this bastard.
Go for it, go ahead and roll your attack.
I guess my hide went off. Like, did the like hide isn't in effect anymore because I cast Channel Divinity, correct?
Yes, yeah.
Okay. 22 to hit.
22 hits.
Okay.
And this makes him vulnerable to all damage, right?
Yes.
Okay, so he takes
So
2
that
times
is-
the damage from this attack.
Yep. 12 plus another 12, so that is 24 damage. Doubled to 48.
48 damage total. Yeah.
How long is he vulnerable for damage for?
Just
For
on
the
this
next
attack.
attack.
So, you feel the Channel Divinity go off, and it's almost like a shroud of darkness seems to encompass him for just but a second. And in that second, you knock the arrow loose it, and it seems to impact sort of in the upper torso and like the side of the neck area. And he takes it. He's starting to look a little rough, but he's really just concentrating down on Free right now. Anything else on your turn, Lincoln?
Got anything else I can do? Is it just any potion that you could down with a bonus action, or is it strictly healing potions?
It's any, but it has to be just one.
Okay.
That's up to you.
I'm just gonna go farther back, up against this back wall, I guess.
Okay. So you get as far away from him as you can.
Mhm.
Great. So, following Alakian, Wade, you're up. Izzy, you're on deck.
You got it.
It's been very difficult to decide which spell to use with only 2 slots left from higher spell slots. I think this is what I gotta do. So Wade goes from behind this pillar, and I'm not sure how this works for movement, actually, now that I think about it. Let me double check. I'll be okay. Okay. So he kind of tucks behind this pillar, runs down. He sees Free being kind of cornered. So he kind of like starts to walk onto the table. Like he kind of leaps onto the table. And as he does, he slowly starts to transform into something he saw in Thyra's book. A T-Rex.
Okay. So, Wade, you jump up on the table and you cast Polymorph on yourself.
Yep.
And in doing so, you feel your form begin to stretch and elongate to the point where your head begins to push up into the ceiling and is now stuck there, and you're basically constantly crouching.
Mm-hmm.
So, because of the nature of this, I'm going to give you the prone condition. Because you are just too big to be a T-Rex in this office. But you can still move and you can still attack.
The prone condition. So every attack against me is going to be a critical hit.
It's going to be an advantage.
Okay.
It's not going to be a crit.
Because I guess because of the map, I didn't know how tall the ceiling was. That's kind of...
The ceiling in here is like 15, 20 feet
would have
tops.
known.
Yeah. I'll allow you to reverse this if you want to.
How tall is this guy?
That guy is like 10 feet tall. He's higher than the top of the doorway, but he can just about fit in the room.
That's okay. Fuck it. At this point, I've already made my decision. I'm gonna run up in T-Rex form and just go to chomp this Balor's head.
Okay.
Fun fact, T-Rexes were only about 13 feet because they mostly leaned forward when they walked, so they're 40 feet long, but they're barely 15 feet tall.
Okay. Alright, yeah, I'll give it to you. That's fine.
Yes! Yeah!
You can have that. My knowledge of dinosaurs, you guys, is just not as good as I thought it was. Jurassic Park
I
is
literally
lied to me.
went to the museum like 3 weeks ago because I wanted to go see dinosaur bones.
Yeah! Okay, so...
That's why we're friends, Cam.
Hold on, I gotta view page details for the T-Rex. Here we go. I can't roll straight from in here. That's kind of aggravating.
If you go to the full page of the T-Rex in D&D Beyond, you can, because that's how I'm rolling the Blink Dogs.
I think that's only if you have the thing installed, but since I did my update, I can't.
If not, I'll allow you to roll a physical die, Wade.
I'll just slash roll 1 20 plus 10.
Okie dokes.
Shit!
Yeah, that does not hit. As you, the T-Rex, are getting a little bit accustomed to your new form, and go to chomp down on this thing, and as you do so, he kind of just sticks the sword up into your mouth, and this vague crackle of lightning seems to impact the roof and the base of your mouth, sort of disjointing you from wanting to attack this thing for now.
And then I whip around and I bring down my tail on him. For 27, there we go.
27 does hit.
21.
21 points of damage. Nice, Wade.
So that's 42.
Was it 42?
It isn't.
No.
Didn't you use your channel divinity, Alakian?
I'd use that for my attack.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's only one attack. So you, Wade, bring the tail down, and Free, you watch as he pulls up his arm to stop it, and the tail impacts, and he kind of sinks about 2 inches into the floor. And then the tail gets off, and he can just climb back out of the hole that he's just made. That damage did not seem to do as much as you thought it would have.
That's okay. At this point, I'm hoping to be the tank.
Yeah,
for a change of things.
On that note, Wade, as you hit him with the tail, your T-Rex form takes 7 points of fire damage.
I'll do that.
And it's now Isabel's turn.
As he gets up, And can I stand in the Blink Dog's space and attack?
Yeah, you can do that.
Beautiful. I'm doing that. Get that fucking advantage on this thing. And I'm going to Holy Avenger. One more time. 27.
27 hits.
Beautiful. I'm gonna roll my second attack. To see if I hit. 27 again, or 20? Yeah.
27 hits.
Beautiful. Using my last third level spell to do my full powered smite. Again, two-handed. So just the sword alone, 14 plus 13 for
27 on the first.
27.
Okay.
Plus an additional 5d8 for the smite. For 26.
26. And that's just on the first one?
That's the first attack.
Okay.
Second attack, I use my last second level slot so I'm out of spells, but fuck this guy.
Where's Izzy?
So on the first attack, Izzy,
Mm-hmm.
you take 11 points of fire damage, reduced to 5. Are you still up after the first attack?
I am. I have 3 hit points.
Okay, very good.
And then again.
Did he attacked Izzy?
No,
No,
that
was
wasn't an
that-
attack. That was an effect.
Oh, okay.
Second attack. Yeah, max damage is 17 damage for the sword, plus the 2d10 for it being a fiend. That's an additional 9 damage. And then 4d8 for the smite. Additional 16 radiant.
16 radiant. Great. Calculate this. It's 23, 42. So Isabel, in one turn, just dealt 95 points of damage.
Fuck you. Yes!
And on the second hit, Izzy, you take enough damage to knock you out.
How much damage do I take?
You take 12 down to 6.
Yeah, I'm unconscious.
And you are pushed out of the Blink Dog space. I'll put you right there.
I just go, fuck you. And just fall.
And this
I
thing...
just see her like pass out onto the back of the Blink Dog and just tumble over like a drunkard.
Yeah.
This thing is looking real rough now. It's looking rough, but it's still maintaining its composure. It's now its turn. So, it is going to... How rough does Thyra look?
Not rough at all.
I say,
Not rough at all.
"Rawr, motherfucker, rawr!" That little arms.
Rah, motherfucker, rah!
Just a full T-Rex scream in its face.
Okay. It's going to make its first attack on Wade, on the T-Rex. For a 7 plus 14, 21.
Yeah, that hits.
And I'm gonna use Sentinel.
Sure.
It's a 17. It's probably gonna miss.
Misses. So Wade, you take 20 points of slashing damage and 18 points of lightning damage. And it's also going to attack you with the whip. That's a natural 1 for a total of 15.
Okay, that hits.
Jesus
And
Christ.
but nat ones always miss on attack rolls, right?
No, it's total.
Is it?
I'm pretty
I thought
sure other
I
DMs
thought on
can
attack
confirm.
rolls nat ones miss.
Other
Yeah.
DMs confirm.
I do that.
That's the way I've
Usually-
always played.
I think
but
it's a DM rule.
Is it? Okay.
I thought attacks were technically the only thing that nat 1s and 20s counted on.
They do.
Everything else is up to the DM.
Oh, okay. Then we'll do that. I'm more than
I'm
happy to do that way.
sure.
Don't you worry
Natural one on
about it,
attack
I'm happy
roll
to do
is
that.
always a miss. Nothing
There you
more,
go.
nothing less.
So you corrected me on that. But that's fine. So the longsword strikes out and seems to impact on the base of like the neck area. And as it does so, Wade, you feel like kind of the singeing in the back of your throat as the lightning encroaches.
Okay.
In addition to that, everyone around the Baylor at the start of its turn takes 10 points of fire damage.
Do I take that damage as well?
You do. So Izzy's down 1 death save. 3, you're reduced to 5 fire damage. And how are the blink dogs looking?
How much did they take? Sorry.
10 each.
Purple's down, yellow is still up.
Okay, purple is down. Very good. And that's its turn. It's going to stay exactly where it is. So following that, Free. At the end of its turn, it looks down to you and says, "You are going to want to run." What do you do?
Not that she's listening to it, but she is disengaging because she literally has nothing left.
Sure.
But she will throw Thyra Inspiration.
Do any of us hear this as well?
Thyra would hear it. But probably just Thyra.
That's it. That's
Okay.
her action and her bonus action.
And that's Free's turn. So, Thyra, you're up.
Yeah, I'm trying to decide what I'm gonna do. Yeah, she's not happy. So she's gonna use her action. One of her hands around the staff is gonna turn into an icy claw, and she's going to use Primal Savagery as her action.
Okay. You can go ahead and
For
roll
a
your attack.
21.
21 hits.
So that's 12 acid damage.
12 points acid damage. Yeah, that's a decent hit.
And then she's going to use her bonus action to rage.
Okay. Thyra goes ahead and rages. Following Thyra's turn, roll an attack for the Blink Dog.
The blink dog would be gone because I can't hold concentration while I'm raging.
Great. So the Blink Dog is gone.
Yeah.
So Blink Dog's gone. Alakian, you're up.
Okay, I'm going to knock another silver-tipped arrow and shoot it at the Baylor again.
Mhm.
Don't miss. I missed.
It just rockets off of the back wall. No impact. Anything else for you?
Yeah, I am going to. Hang on, let me measure here because I need to figure out how far I need to get. Go here. Bonus action healing word Izzy
Okay.
for.
Thank you for the reminder.
7 points of healing.
So is
Wait,
it
can you do
regain?
maximum because of your thing?
That is max because
Oh,
that's
okay.
healing
I
word.
I was trying to get a little bit more.
Yeah, that's
You
max.
regain 7 points of healing, Isabel, as you return to consciousness.
And then I'm gonna go back into this corner.
Sure. Okay, so following that, Wade, you're a T-Rex. It's your
It's my
turn.
turn again? Hell yeah. Okay.
Oh,
I'm
motherfucker.
gonna go for the bite. See if I can just quickly auto roll it. There we go. 22.
22 hits.
Okay. Or D12 coming your way plus 7.
You got a thumbs up from Izzy on the ground.
Oh, okay, you're not a medium creature. You're bigger than that. 33.
33. Yeah, it takes a hit from you,
Okay.
but it's still up.
And then after he rips, he kind of like bites him, and then he he swings back around with his tail again to go hit with his tail.
Sure.
Let's see what we can't do here. 28.
28 hits.
For an additional 16.
16. Yeah, the tail swings back around, catching him on the backside and sort of pushing him into Thyra a little bit. He's very hurt, but he's still standing.
And I just let out a giant roar in his face, and all that spittle comes out of my mouth.
Great. It's hard for you to discern, but Thyra, you get it. He's not making any show of fear at all. And following that, Isabel, you're up.
Izzy gets up, moves over one a little bit. And
Oh, I forgot. Wade, you take... Hang on.
Yeah.
You take a total of 20 points of fire damage.
20? Okay.
Okay. Yeah, now you can go.
She says, should have done this fucking earlier. Got distracted by being, brave and all that. She's going to take her last greater healing, which I forgot to do before my attack last time.
Okay.
Oops. I did it twice. I'll take the 14.
Yeah, take 14.
Yeah, I bad. Click the thing.
Still a good heal, though.
Hey,
Still a
I'm
decent
not,
heal.
I'm not knocking it.
You might actually be able to survive 2 hits this time.
Sure, give me a second. What's going on? Weird. Okay. Beautiful. There we go. Yeah, I might be able to survive me attacking this thing.
Mhm.
Yeah, both. Yeah, fuck it. Both hands. Just gonna swing twice at this thing with advantage.
Sure, so roll your first.
Thank you, Thyra. 30.
Roll damage on that one. As you take... Oh, you're really low on this one. You take 6 down to 3 points of fire damage in retaliation from that.
Beautiful.
If you wouldn't have done that potion, it would have been 12.
Alright. I forgot this is a concentration spell, so I just rolled them and I passed, so we're good.
Good stuff.
12 damage plus the additional from the sword. Oh, plus additional 19.
Okay,
No
Isabel. How do you want to do this?
Oh,
Oh my god.
I come up behind him like, you motherfucker. And I just cut the back of the knee so he falls over, grab the back of the head, pull him up so I look him in the eyes and just say, hello, victim. Stab him in the back and then just bite into his face.
Yeah, as you do so, bringing him down to one knee and pulling his head back, going in for the bite, you see kind of like this gentle grin appear on the Baelor's face. As you go ahead and lash your teeth in, collapsing the skull inwards, you feel this intense burst of heat from within. I need for T-Rex Way, Isabel, Thyra, Free, and Alakian, all of you to make dexterity saving throws.
Come on, T-Rex, Wade.
14.
18!
Damn it, 8.
Maybe.
Do you have
I still-
inspiration if you want it, Thyra?
I do. What is that, the D10?
Yep.
D10.
14 plus 8. 22?
22 for you. Wade, you missed it, and then Alakian, what you get?
17.
Okay. Everyone but Thyra.
Yep.
You take 71 points of fire damage. Except for Isabel and Free, who take 35 each. And
Unconscious.
Thyra, you take 35 points of fire damage as well.
Raging.
So it's
So
it
it is
would
reduced
actually
duration
be
as well.
17.
So 17 points of fire damage to you.
So, I don't know if I guess we're not out of turn order then. Never mind.
Wait, you still T-Rex?
I'm no longer a T-Rex, but I am still up as Wade. That's what I was going to say.
Great, awesome. That's all I wanted to know. As the thing explodes, and kind of like this burst of fire, you feel the surroundings of the room begin to catch alight, and begin to at this point, gently but quickeningly burn. Izzy is unconscious. Free is unconscious. Alakian, you still up?
No, I am unconscious as fuck.
Alakian is
I'm
unconscious.
going to say, just for flavor, Isabel gets thrown against the wall.
Sure, you can do that.
Made it so much more difficult for me.
And we will be
Oh, sorry.
out of turn order when we get back from break, because we're going to take a break now. So we'll see who gets healed when and by who.
I will undo that flavor.
Thank you everyone so much for watching. No, you do it. You do it, Izzy. You're on the wall now. Look at that.
No. I think it's okay. I
Yes,
think
you
it's
are.
okay. I think it's
Sure,
okay.
pretty sure she's on the wall. Oh, look. Well,
Oh no, is he got
look who's
flat
in
against the
control.
wall?
It doesn't matter either way, Felis. You're still in my range. Don't worry about it.
Okay, good.
So we'll come back here from break in a couple minutes. Go get snacks, coffee, and whatever, and we're back here
I
soon.
have no healing left, so keep that in mind.
Welcome back, everyone. So, we're going to stay in combat for the next round, because I want everyone to roll their death saves after they take damage to the fire. So, that was Izzy's turn. It would be the Baylor's turn, but he's dead. So, Free, you would technically lose one death save and then roll your death save and DM it to me.
You die again.
Got you. And then following Free, it will be Thyra's turn.
Yes. I am using my 4th level spell slot to cast Create Water. It's a
Okay.
45-foot cube.
And where would you like to place that?
It's a big cube. Can you put the cube down for me so I can
Yeah.
see it?
How deep is the water that it creates?
It doesn't say how. Yeah, it rains.
Oh, okay.
So you can get it. That's the size of it.
Okay. I am going to move it up to cover. Oh no, Free already made one. To cover Alakian and Free.
Okay. So it goes up to, I'll say right there.
And I would like it to be like between the two bears, the two bear heads, like a little
Okay,
closer,
that's
so
fine.
it's not like
I'll allow
taking
that.
up. Yeah.
Cool. So,
Sorry, Izzy, you're still in the fire.
That's fine.
that's
I go
Thyra's
after
turn.
Wade.
Alakian, make a death save.
In my bonus
not-
action, I drop my rage.
Sure.
Got it.
You're not taking damage from the fire because Thyra put it out.
Oh, wrong button. What? That's it, but God damn it. Whatever. I'll just roll the d20. It's easier.
Good thing.
Okay. I will send it to you, Discord.
Okie dokes. And then it would be Wade's turn following Alakian.
Wade comes to after, getting obliterated, and when that blast hit him, like it's almost like the T-Rex form was like burned away. And he's kind of like panting, and he looks around the room at all of his downed allies. And he reflects inward, and his skin starts to glow, and then this healing light comes out of him as I cast Mass Cure Wounds on the group for 28 HP
Heal me, daddy.
for each of you.
Nice.
Up to 6 creatures, so that's perfect for you guys. So everyone around now heals 28 HP, and everyone is back and conscious. Izzy, I'll give you your token back now.
Sweet. Wade, I mean, Griz, I just want to tell you that now I imagine that fucking Wade is like in a fucking Zord whenever he polymorphs now. Just in there somewhere, control, like punch.
My God, yes.
I just want you to know that.
Okay. I like it.
That's more than what she started before the fire.
Oh, the flames
Same.
are still licking at the bookshelves on the back wall and the area around Isabel. But that area inside the cube for now is safe.
I'm going to run. Isabel's going to run into the water, and is going to spend her time trying to put out the fires.
Okay.
She's gonna like take her. She's gonna take like a blanket from like the camping supplies and get it soaking wet and start trying to put out fires because she's just like, I don't want the place to burn down.
Okay, so this area, I'm gonna put red. This area is essentially all on fire. So you're gonna need to do this a lot and do it well.
We out of turn order now, Equa?
We're out of turn order now. Yeah.
Okay, I am going to do the same, but I'm going to grab like a pot from like cooking utensils, which I think I have. Maybe.
Sure. Okay. How long does the create water last for, Dara?
It doesn't have a duration.
Can you
How long
move
does
it?
Does it say instantaneous?
It's instantaneous, so it's just one turn.
Ah, it's one turn, you say. Interesting.
But everything's all
So it
damp
rains
now.
down.
Everything's soaking wet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It puts out what's there, but yeah.
Should we run out of the room and just shut the door?
If only I still had my fucking endless water skin. God damn it.
What happened to that?
Your friend stole it.
Oh, right. Yeah. Oh, I missed them.
But if
Feels
we're
like
out
a
of turn,
karma at the wrong time.
but I would use my last spell slot whenever it was Thyra's turn again to cast Create or Destroy Water again to give us a way out. So in like this area, it's a 30-foot cube, water.
Okay. Sure. So, you then do it right there, and this section begins to dry out. And you guys can leave the room.
If that
Knowing-
is put out, I will go up to this part and start putting that out.
Okay.
'Cause
Sure.
we need this room not to burn down.
So it is starting to, and that fire at the top is starting to spread because when the water recedes, it starts to look at the edges of that radius. I'll say anyone who wants to put out the fire.
Yeah.
I would like for those people to roll strength checks.
Of course.
Or we'll do
Right.
athletics, actually. We'll do athletics, because that's
Alright.
better.
I will definitely, since I've been putting out the fires, I'd be trying to put out the fire.
A 12.
9.
13.
Oh my god, I rolled a
Jesus.
natural one!
It's
Ah.
when Gregory called you guys idiots.
Yeah.
He was being literal. You
Yeah.
all run up and try and grab blankets and fan the thing out, and you're just kind of making it worse and giving it air. Nothing is really taking here, and it's now starting to lick at the edges of that
Are-
radius. That
Are the books that I put out, did they burn enough to turn into like ash?
no, they are currently on fire, so they're getting curled and
I mean the
blackened,
ones
but-
that haven't, the ones that I hit like over here. Are they still like full books or were they turned to ash yet?
they're currently still books, but damaged from the initial
Okay.
blast.
How much water would a water skin hold? 4 pints. How
Yeah.
much progress would that be?
4 pints.
A lot of water.
It's not that much water. A pint of beer isn't particularly big. It's like what, that big?
Liquid.
You could maybe with 4 pints. I'll say you could get out 5 feet, a 5-foot cube.
We all have water skins.
No, we don't.
Not everybody.
Well, I have a water skin, so I'll fuck. I don't know.
Yeah, there are 4 pints basically equals 1/2 gallon.
Hey, Free,
Yeah.
is there anywhere like a water source nearby? We could just get some buckets and start throwing it on there.
You're muted, Cam.
Sorry. I'm assuming there was a place of water in the building.
There was. Make a history check.
Do.
Maybe the kitchen.
Come on, you guys. It's like seriously, come on, you guys.
Fuck it. Like let's
You-
just continue.
You remember some people would or water would come from the kitchen, but you don't remember there being a source of water in the kitchen.
Kitchen, maybe somewhere outside in the alleyway. I don't know.
All right, fine. Let's just get out of here before we all burn down.
This
Nope,
building is going to burn down if you don't put this out.
The
Hold
walls
on.
are stone. This room should contain it.
Oh, great. What about the floors that aren't? It's fine.
The floors from above, did they look like they were stone as well? Like when we were in the bottom? Were they stone ceilings?
No, they were wooden
They were
ceilings.
wood?
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, wooden like plaster.
Alakian is just going to shove the pot that he was using to hold, like, try and scoop up water, shove it into Izzy's hands, and just say, "All right, catch me." Downs the fucking potion of aqueous form.
I catch him in the pot.
Okay, you down the potion, and it takes like a minute before Alakin essentially becomes a 6-foot, I guess, radius pile of water. How much water would Alakin be right now?
By the way, I'm running out of the room.
Okay,
To go
if it
find
takes
water.
a minute for it to take effect, I'm just saying, all right, pour me on all of the water or on all of the fire, and then
Sure.
that's it.
So you collect Alakin in this pot, right? Izzy?
I fucking the water to fire the place.
You grab the pot and it impacts sort of along this section somewhat. And now Alakian is in tatters on the floor and small bits of globules of water. To pick Alakian up is going to be a very difficult task. He's on the floor in a pool.
Great. I continue to fight the fire.
I'm gonna make another athletics check to try to put out the other end where
Yeah.
Izzy had.
Yeah, you guys are
Because
keeping it
that's
at
all I
bay,
can do.
so continue making okay, so that's good with you, Farah. And then
Can
Izzy
I
do it as well.
question? Do you guys remember? Did I use my body is yours today?
You did.
Yes.
Again, I want to restate that I left the room and am
Mhm.
running around saying, "We need water! We need water! Fire!"
Equa, were there pools of
thank you.
water from where the water that fire created was?
No, since that is magical and instantaneous, it recedes after a
Damn
while,
it. Okay.
which is what
25.
allows the fires to start catching again. But I'll
I mean,
say
everything is still wet, but it'll still
Yes.
catch.
yeah,
Yeah, eventually.
Yeah.
with Thyra and Isabel starting to actually get a hang of the flames, you guys can begin to start putting it out. That's fine. Wade running around the inside of the cakery, flailing and asking for water. I'll say a couple of slaves will go off and run and try and find it somewhere in the kitchen or somewhere else.
Bring it up to the office.
Yeah, and they nod and they'll go off and they'll try and find it.
Thank you. I'll run back to the room.
By the time you get back, most of it is put out by now. They're just sort of struggling with the last bookcase, but they'll get it. They'll get it in time.
Also, Lakin's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, Alakin is just nothing anymore.
Hey, you don't know where he is.
I return to form in 10 minutes. It's fine.
Yeah, we fucking.
I'm just gonna apparate out of nowhere.
I'll say within
Just
like
state of the nonsense happening right now.
within like a minute, the fire is put out. Thanks largely to Thyra's create or destroy water. And you guys are left.
It was all Lakian.
Sure was, bud. You keep telling yourself that. You guys are left facing this still stone wall.
I'm gonna look at it because that before the Baylor showed up, that's what Free told her to do, but she didn't really get a chance.
Yeah, you can make
So-
either a perception or investigation check.
I haven't
I'll
looked
do
at this
it.
door yet either, and I would like to.
You can do the same.
I would like to look for
27 or 27?
traps.
Okay, so make an investigation check for me, Wade, if you're really trying to get in there.
Come on, my boy.
Oh God, a 9.
I got
Yeah,
a 27.
You're struggling. Thyra, you look at the wall, and it is a wall with faint inlines of where a door would be. There is no lock. There is no visible passage to the other side. You just see kind of like this deep stone wall, faint lines that would make more or less what a door would be. That's it. That's all you see.
Isabel's going to speak up and say, all right, Free,
Yes.
for the time, how certain are you that we've killed the big bad things in this place?
Other than Agatha, I think those are the ones that I have in my head.
Excellent. Can we sleep now?
Make a history check, Free.
Okay.
There are more members of the cakery that are unaccounted for right now.
Okay.
Most of them are probably out recruiting or doing other
Mm.
things, catching up on previous slaves and whatever. But for the meantime, these are the heavy hitters that sort of stayed around. You don't know when or if any of them will be back.
Okay.
Do you
Correct
think
that.
we could sleep?
I assume so. Unless, I don't know, Kyphing gets word that we're in here or something, but...
We can take watches, but I think we all need to rest. I need to rest.
Yeah.
I'm tapped for spells.
Same. I'm out of spells and I'm not feeling too good.
I can still fucking give out some hits and take a 1 or 2, but that fight with the Baylor, or the Gregory, that really drained me of everything I got mostly.
Equa, I have a question. Since I did so well on my perception check, if I take a closer look at the door, can I make an investigation check with advantage?
To discern what?
If there are any runes, like I'm actually taking a closer hands-on look instead of just...
Sure, you can do that. I'll allow that.
It doesn't matter, it's a 14.
Yeah, nothing you can see.
What Free was going to say, too, was... That's fine, but I need to find these contracts and stuff before I sleep. And she's going to be looking for a switch or something, not that maybe opens the door.
Okay, go ahead and roll investigation.
I'll help. You get advantage.
21!
Yay!
You
Someone who
three
can actually roll tonight.
begin looking around the room and what's left, kind of having to step over the puddle that is now lying on the floor that was your former friend. And you begin looking around and you kind of... There's something about that desk where most of it is now kind of like blackened and soot-ridden, but there's like a particular area on the underside that you think should have perhaps been damaged, but
Singed?
is... And it is singed, it's just less so. It's almost like it's a little more protected. And you give that a pretty good look over. You kind of have to get down underneath the desk and sort of, like a mechanic on a skateboard or whatever they use, have to like roll yourself under and start poking around. And you do, in relative time, find a small switch on the underside of where one of the drawers would have gone had it not been pulled out in previous investigation checks.
Okay, let's see if this works. Poke!
I'm hanging out in the back with Wade.
As you flick the switch, the door...
Oh, thank freaking...
Since I'm right in front of the door,
I
I'm
swear to
through it.
goodness.
What's inside?
You look inwards, and you see tables with a number of interesting trinkets.
I
and
don't care.
things on them.
Where do I see the orb?
Make a perception check.
Only thing I'm looking for.
Do I see
What?
a container that has contracts, or what could be contracts?
14.
So, and you can roll one as well, Free, if you want to.
I mean, when I see the door opens up, I'd be heading over there.
24.
So, staying on the inside, you see the room ahead is kind of wider and open, and it continues forward and then comes to a sloping stop at the middle. You see a number of tables on the inside that house things, some in cases. And Thyra, sort of on the back right table, you clock a bright red crimson orb with this kind of live flame inside. as well as a number of other things that we'll get to when we investigate. The only other thing that you see, and you see this particularly free, is on the back wall where those two diagonals intersect, what appears to be a really, really big, maybe 10 foot tall, 10 foot wide, black metal vault door.
That's strange. Alakian, we might need your lockpicks.
Like,
It's
gonna
made
go
of water
bubble.
currently.
I'm
You kinda have to pick up
beelining.
your hoof as you're sitting in that puddle. Yeah, you can go ahead and
Alright.
beeline, Farah.
I'm beelining for the orb.
Okay, you go up to it. It's in a like on like a pillar and in a case. But you look at it, it looks like the real deal.
I'm gonna take a minute to look at it. Does it have like any chains? Does it look exactly like it? Does it
It
look like
does
there's
have
any like
those. Well, actually, no, it doesn't. It's just the straight, regular orb. There are no chains on the outside of this.
I'm gonna grab it and I'm gonna look at it. I'm gonna investigate it for a minute and make sure that see if it does what the other one did.
Okay, so as you hold it and begin to really get lost in the middle of the orb, focusing on the flame that is kind of like ever presently lit in the center of it. I would like for you, Thyra, as soon as I find the damn thing. I keep forgetting I changed the name of the damn thing so you guys wouldn't see it. I need for you to make me a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
You're good at those, right?
I'm gonna fail.
Equa, how long has it been
6.
since I was...
About 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately,
That's exactly what
that
I thought
potion
was
lasts a
gonna
while.
happen.
Yeah.
Free is still going to that door, even if he's a puddle. She's curious.
Sure. Thyra, as you hold the orb, there is something instinctively alluring about it, to the point where you couldn't fathom the idea of losing it to anyone. You don't even want your friends to see it. You just want it for yourself. You
Then
get
it's go.
your point of fury. You get that. But you just don't want to part with it. You just
Yep,
need
it's
it.
going in my lead box in my bag then, so nobody else could see it. That's basically how she feels about it already, anyways.
Yeah.
So it makes sense.
Fair enough.
So
I can still see it here, though. So, like, do I see anything that's going on right now? As a puddle on the floor?
Let me pull up the potion again. This is such a weird thing. I didn't expect you guys to use it like this.
I did. I was like, you called us idiots? I'm going to abide by exactly what you called us.
I'm
'Cause
gonna
fuck
put
it.
in Fury.
The
I'll
moment
say yes. Sure,
Okay.
I'll say yes. That's fine.
Okay.
So I'll tell you guys what's in the room now. So on the back wall there is that large, like, black iron vault that is imposing, and kind of like stoic, just standing there. Thyra went up to the orb and pocketed it. On the back left podium, these boots that are of this kind of like jet black color and seem to be kind of like gently smoking in their own case.
I hate
On
this.
some tables closer to, you see a number of these kind of like pristine white coins with black inlay. They kind of have the face of a skull in the very center of them. And there are a number of those. There is, to the right of you, Free, a small container of 3 vaguely familiar metal strings. And on one of the walls, upside down, is an amulet that resembles the iconography of your deity, the Moon Maiden. And around it is kind of painted this kind of like red circle and cross over the front of it. And that's what you see.
So it must have really belonged to her. And of course, the strings. And who has the last two but Typhine?
Uh-huh.
Belong to who?
Oh, I recall the halfling mentioning wanting to return this place to what it was before, and she's wearing the same Moon Maiden pin, or symbol at least. And I'm making a connection that perhaps this was a temple to her that they've befouled. And she's gonna go over and start prestidigitation to see if she can get all this red muck off and fix the symbol.
Okay. Yeah, it comes off with a slight challenge, but you can get it off.
I would like to go over to the coins and see what they are about.
Yeah, you go ahead and look at the coins. You can try and pick them up if you want to.
Sure, I'll pick up a couple.
Okay. So you, Isabel, attempt to pick up a couple of the coins.
Yeah.
And there are, in total, you count 12 of them. You pick up one, you give it a look over, you're like, huh, and you try and pick up the other, and you can't seem to pick it up.
I know what these are, and that's so good. Can Izzy try to make a check to see what they are?
Yeah, make a religion check, either religion or history.
I'll do history. It's a +6 for me. Nope.
Don't.
It's an 11.
Them's be some coins.
3, do you know what these are? Or Tyra, or Wade?
Oh yeah,
Or-
let me take a look.
I look at the puddle and I'm like,
24.
How long's it been now?
Do I know what those are?
Yeah,
Like 5 minutes.
those are coins with skulls on them, Izzy.
they are. Here's the thing. I like. Wade, you know how strong I am, right? You're aware of that fact, right?
Yeah.
So look, hold the coin, go to grab another one, and I can't like take it off. I'm like, and there's not a joke. I'm not faking this. I can't pick another one up.
Thyra, you've heard of what these are.
Those would be soul coins. Right, that's what they are.
That's what they are.
And they
It's currency in the Nine Hills.
and they have
There's a soul
souls?
inside.
Oh, great. Does anyone?
How much do I know?
Shit.
With 24, you know a fair amount. I trust you since I know that you ran the Bands Out of Hell one shot. I trust you
Okay.
with your information.
So they tend to. So it's a high currency in the Nine Hells. Sorry, that was a lot of thunder. They tend to trap souls in them, and only evil people can pick them up to carry them around. More than likely, there's something inside of them. And as a player, I don't remember. Thyra with the 24 might know, but I don't remember exactly how to get whatever's in it out.
You would gather it's magical. Dispel magic maybe would work.
I would like to use because we've established that my divine sense can sense souls a little bit, like within the thing. If I use divine sense, can I see, like a soul trapped in these?
So divine sense that detects celestial, fae, fiend, undead, right?
Yes,
I have Eyes of the Grave.
true, but
That's
you're a
the-
puddle.
Correct.
Right.
We just established that does soul stuff, but that like if that's no here, that's fine. I'm just
Yeah, it gives off a faint. Okay, some of them give off a faint fiendish aura. Some of them do.
sure.
Not all.
I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna turn to my friends and say, do we have time? There's something I would like to try to sort of. I'll sort of organize them so I have the ones that don't give off fiendish energy. I don't know if I'd be able to do this, but I might be able to. If I perform a ceremony, I might be able to get them. Hopefully free these things, but it'll take some time, you know.
Okay. So what are you asking us?
Do we have an hour for me to do this? An hour and 10 minutes, technically.
I don't see why not. We're resting here, aren't we?
Hey.
How do y'all think these boots would look on me?
It looks like those
Okay,
boots were made for walking.
And that's just what they'll do.
You know, I bet if
In
Lakey
there,
and
I missed some of the stuff because I got distracted by my own brain.
I bet if a Lakin was here, he really wouldn't be happy about this. I'm gonna lick the boot.
Why did you? Oh, Wade.
It's cold.
Oh.
And actually, as you go ahead and lick it, it's the strangest sensation. It kind of passes through your tongue a little bit.
Oh,
It's
shit.
solid, but it kind of goes through.
You know what? Actually, these boots are pretty cool. I'm gonna start putting those in my bag.
You know,
I'm just gonna rob you when you're sleeping. It's gonna happen.
I never thought that I would have a brother that is a bootlicker.
Oh my god.
Hey. Pretty good.
Oh, you're on a roll tonight, Dyto, huh?
I know.
So what else is in the room? There's the boots, the coins. I missed some stuff because I got
The boots, the
distracted.
coins, the orb, which everyone saw, but Thyra pocketed. The strings, and the amulet, which is on the wall.
And then
The amulet is the
door.
one to the moon maiden.
Yes.
Okay.
Which Free was cleaning off and
Yeah.
fixing.
And the strings look like lute strings, or
They're the strings that Free has been collecting.
sweet. Yes. All right.
5 out of 7.
Izzy,
Hey.
does your because I don't know. Does your armor, does it say anything?
I point at the engraving on the chest. It says, I don't remember what it says.
And you can read it, Isabel.
Mhm.
Everyone else cannot. Let me pull up the inscription in real quick, because I have it somewhere. It says to you, Isabel, it says, "Stand sturdy as stone and hit as strong as rock, but sift like sand from inside to show your beating heart."
I repeat that too. I can read. It says, I have to take like a mirror because it's like I'm looking down at it. It says, blah, blah, blah.
Good to know you have a heart then. I was
have a heart.
worried there for a while.
Now, if you excuse me, I'm trying to free the souls of these from these coins now. And I'm going to set up and ritually cast the spell ceremony.
Okay.
And use funeral rite that feels the most appropriate and try to I don't break the hold.
Sure.
Do you have
So-
the materials?
Yeah, do you have the
for
material
that?
components?
Oh, is it material components? Fuck.
Yes.
Yes, there are. You have to have 25 gold worth of powdered silver.
I have silver coins. Can I powder some silver coins?
Not how that works.
Do you have a jeweler's kit?
You can only do that with a jeweler's kit.
Does anyone have a jeweler's kit? No?
Oh man, these
Right.
boots are kind of dirty. I go over to the puddle and I get a rag and I start cleaning
You
the boot.
know that puddle's name.
Can I,
You've
for
fought in-
flavor's sake, can I just say that I come back at this point?
Not yet.
Damn it!
In about,
I wanted
like,
for
8
flavor.
I don't know
wanted
that
for
that's
flavor.
Lakin.
It would
Nobody
be
told
so
Wade.
great.
Nobody
That's
told Wade.
true. I'm gonna go over and be like, "That's a Lakin, by the way. That puddle's a Lakin. He drank the potion."
Oh my god! Oh, potion. Okay.
Yeah, no, he's fine. He's fine. Just don't use him to clean the boots.
Okay.
I give the puddle a thumbs up.
I just finished squeaking a little bit more there.
Don't.
The
I
puddle,
slap Wade's hand.
shivers slightly.
Are we waiting for the puddle to open up that big black thing? Oh, I also want to take a look around and see if there's an item, or maybe it was the door, to see what was dampening the magic that was in here.
Okay, so how are you trying to discern this? Remind me?
I don't know. I just wanted to use like a perception check because I was like trying to see if like maybe the door is like lead, or I'm just trying to figure out why people can't scry.
Okay.
And if it's safe to actually look at the orb later in this room.
Okay. So easy enough to do. The walls appear stone, but since the door is open now, you can sort of look on the face of it and see that there is a lead inlay in the middle of the walls here, and there's stone on either side.
Oh shit. Did Alakian see where he opened that door?
What?
Oh, so there's now an opening that's not lead lined. And she points to the door and where there's a line of lead in the door.
Didn't you have a lead line box?
Isn't the whole building lead lined then? Because we know that my message didn't work back there.
Aye, the whole building's protected.
Just covering our bases.
I mean,
Don't we have?
I
a
mean,
lead
it's in
line
the box now, but
Yeah, we're
You,
fine.
Isabel, attempted
I'm-
to sift into a wall earlier, and you didn't detect lead inside that wall.
well, alright, so it's in a box, we're fine, we're okay.
but the last time before it was in the box, now we have another problem,
Sure.
which means we probably can't sleep now.
Wasn't
Should
that
we leave
wall.
then?
We should probably close the door, and when Alakian is no longer being a puddle, he can push the button and open it back up, and we can close it again.
Wait. Oh, sorry. Go
but
ahead.
I couldn't teleport into the other room either.
Aye, let's do this. I think once Lakian comes back, we try to open the vault, and then if we can get it open, we want to get it open. We go inside, we take what's valuable with the contracts, and then we fucking get out of here.
This is Esprit talking. Didn't we get word that, or didn't somebody hear that they tried to scry inside the building and they couldn't? Like they basically just got intelligence from somebody that orb might be here.
Tharden told Wade and Thyra that they had intelligence. He didn't say the method, but he said that they had intelligence to suggest that the orb was here, and when they sent people to go and retrieve it, they came back empty-handed, and they didn't seem to recall the location of the orb from there. And he thought it was weird, but pushed on anyway.
Okay.
And this, they're saying this is just her being paranoid.
Okay. I think the outside of the building probably does. We can always poke an outer wall and see if it makes a hole or not, I suppose. But I feel like this is double lined so that we couldn't sense the magic in here from within the cakery so that his items could stay safe from the others or anyone who did come calling. At least
Wait.
I feel like he'd be paranoid enough to do that.
Aye, wait,
I
can
don't
you...
panic.
Are you able to cast teleportation circle again, or do you have to rest? Alright,
No.
alright. I
It's
don't
about
want to...
at this point that Lakian starts to rise out of being a puddle into a familiar humanoid shape.
Oh, Equa, I sent you a message, by the way.
You're not going to tell me this shit, because I don't know.
Maybe
Which is why he
while
said something.
we're resting and on shifts, we can have some people start funneling in and finding their contract, and we could burn them. That way, each person will know that their contract's gone.
My concern is if they're all covered in abyss, so we won't be able to read them, and dispelling each one is going to take a very long time to see the name. I'm hoping that they're not covered.
Oh, do you think that it's written like the same as Infernal as in Abyssal? Or do you think it says something completely different in Abyssal?
Asmund checked last time and it was just something about abyssal layers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it does not say the same thing. It's a faked outer exterior just to seem like it's talking about the abyssal realm and whatnot to cover their tracks.
Well, I think we should still kind of funnel the slaves in to see what their plans are, since they'll be free soon. Maybe we can help some of them get back on their feet.
Yeah.
Get them to where they need to go, or want to go.
I was thinking the same. We'll see what the contracts look like once we get this thing open, because I'm assuming this is the vault the succubus was talking about.
Right. And we're going to want to get them out of here as soon as possible, because if you know who comes a knocking, it would probably be best for them to not be here.
Right.
We would have to funnel them out of here to a place we could teleport them out, since no one can get in or out of the cakery.
We do know a very strange wizard.
A very strange wizard who seems to be socially anxious.
True, but if we tell her, oh, we're just teleporting out of here, we'll just take some time. I'm sure she'll be fine with it.
Yeah, but there's also a city full of
Elementals.
ice elementals to get all of these slaves through.
I think we need to find someone sympathetic and close by and just funnel them into a nearby building and get them out.
Why?
As long as none of us go out there with the Watcher's items equipped or active. And only for a minimal amount of time, so that they can't happen to scry in on us at the right time.
Right.
Just the time to cast it, get them through, and come back and hide.
All right,
And then
let's...
in stages. But first we need the contracts.
Lakin, are you a physical form yet?
Pens, wait, are you done using me to clean boots?
Oh, you saw that. Oh.
I saw and heard everything that happened.
You know, it looks like these might be the perfect size for me. What do you think?
Get the boots, Wade, please.
Fine.
Feel like I've earned that much at least.
Lakin, can you open a big safe for us?
Can sure as hell try.
Yeah, that's my man. Do it.
You can go up to the safe. I have a correction, by the way, because I forgot Izzy's alignment is still technically evil. Izzy, you can pick up as many soul coins as you want to.
Grab them all.
The only people who can't are Free, Thyra, and Wade. Balakian, you can go up to the safe.
Okay.
The safe is unlike any other safe that you have ever tried to unlock.
Okay.
I'll tell you this right now. So if you want to try and unlock it, it's going to take a number of Thieves' Tools checks to see if you can get the sequence.
Can I make a suggestion for you, Lakin, before you try nothing?
What?
I'm going off a
listening.
hunch here.
Mm-hmm.
So I may have tasted those boots, and it was as if it went right through my mouth. Now, my guess is maybe you wear these boots, and you can walk right through there.
But do I have any idea what these boots might be?
Make an Arcana check.
It's a wild guess. It could be wrong, but, you know.
24.
I
still have it set to self because I'm an idiot, but that was a 24. I can take a screenshot if you want me to.
Dark Boots, that kind of gently smoke. You've heard of boots that can, step into things before, but you've never seen any kind in real life. So it's a little hard to discern.
So the question here is then, Do you want to take an hour for me to tune to these, or would you rather me just try now?
Yeah, I mean,
Or
maybe.
would we rather stay here and rest and then do this in the morning?
I would say check to make sure it won't explode on us.
That was going to be the first plan
Yeah,
before I
that
did
too.
anything.
Yeah,
Beautiful. All right.
maybe put the boots on now, and it might help the attunement process. You know, put on the boots.
I'll put on the boots.
Okay, you put on the boots. They do require attunement, so you can begin to attune to
figured.
them if you want to.
I'm waiting. I was specifically asking and looking towards Free to see what she wanted to do.
I can't offer any magic or anything to help unlock it, so whatever feels better for you.
I still
Free.
think we should probably sleep before we do this.
I
I know we
agree.
want to find those contracts, but if that thing explodes and we all die, then they will come back in, grab the contracts, back to where we started without us being there to stop them.
It's fine. Maybe spend that first hour of your rest attuning and see what those boots do.
What I was planning on doing. Well, right. I guess let's make camp for the night, I suppose.
Okay, so you're all long resting?
Free is gonna go talk to some people downstairs first.
Sure. You can go ahead downstairs. You go ahead and make your way to the slave room. And you see all of the slaves that you imagine could be in the building are
Sorry,
sat there.
I didn't realize I was muted. I'm gonna go with her.
Okay. And as the two of you walk in, you see another figure who's sort of like sitting on one of the beds, head in hand, sort of tapping her foot and waiting. You see Bree kind of like getting a little tired of it, and she sees you come in and says, "Great! I was so waiting for you guys to come through. I want to get out of here. So are you done?"
We're tapped for magic. We can't unlock the case with the contracts yet.
Tough deal.
Unless someone here has magics that can help.
There's a number of small conversations that happen at this prospect. I don't think that any of your slaves have any magics that can help. And if not, then none of the rest of them do.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure she didn't. I figured that'd be a conversation point.
Yeah, if none of the slaves that I assigned you guys have the magic to help, and out of character, Luna Altaya is the strongest one of all the slaves magically.
Yeah, she does not have knock or anything like that, so.
And I'm afraid it's a no-go.
Okay.
Oh, go on.
I was gonna say if everybody agreed to take a long rest, before I sat down to start attending to the boots, and then before the actual long rest, I would have sent a message to Bree because I know she's still in the building.
Okay.
I would have sent a message to Bree and just said, "Bree, could you come upstairs? I've got something that would require your expertise and mine both. So some help would be nice."
So when you ask Free, ask the slaves if anyone can help, and the answers come back as a general no. You see her go, "Oh, I'm gonna be right back," and she just dodges on past you guys.
All right. So I apologize, but one more day here, and then hopefully we can get most of you out somewhere else tomorrow. I think we have teleportation to Recrovy, and did we have Earn Root?
With Recrovy,
And-
Earnroot, and Aegis.
Aegis, yeah.
Anthyrus
Mhm.
tribe, yep.
Yeah. Earn Root, Recrovy, and, well, Aegis is up to Thyra, so she's not going to offer that one up.
No, Thyra would have added that to the list. And Aegis as well. If any of you don't have anywhere to go, I know a place that can provide you with a safe harbor until you get back on your feet and decide where it is you would like to go when all of this is done.
The responses come back. I'm not going to roleplay every single
Mhm.
person because there are a number of people in here. But most of the people, you hear a couple of them say, I'll go to Recrovy, I'll go to Aegis, I'll go to Earnroot. A number of them opt to stay in Epotlatlan because they have, either they've been here their whole lives or they're looking for people here or whatever, and a number of them just don't want to go to those particular locations and they will opt to walk somewhere else.
The city outside is dangerous. It's crawling with ice elementals. They are looking for our group. You shouldn't hopefully be bothered, but leaving after curfew or into suspicious activity may draw their ire. Yeah, one more day and we'll do our best to get you out.
Are there any of you that are electing to stay because you have no other place to go?
You see about 6 hands begin to raise from the crowd.
I'm gonna make a note of all 6 of them. Well, since we have the night, if you 6 would like to chat, we can go somewhere a little more private. Was Ruth or Hevira one of those 6?
Let's roll for it. How many did I give you guys? I gave you guys 7, so I rolled D8.
How many slaves are actually in the room? How many are actually here? Total.
Well, you didn't go, but I'll say to the other guys. In total here, there are about 23, 24.
So that's the other issue. We don't really have a means of teleporting all of them. Just keep that in mind, unless we're doing it over multiple days.
We know.
Yeah.
I was just
5, 6 spells. We have 4 of them if Wade is so kind.
I just looked up
Just
teleportation
making everybody
circle.
work.
If you can fit them all in the circle, they all got teleported. There's no limit.
Yeah, because it stays open for a minute, so as long as they're in there before it
I was
ends.
thinking of
Yeah.
teleport. That was the difference. Okay,
No.
my bad.
That's why we're giving specific locations, because we have the circles.
Yep, got it. I'll shut up now.
What was I looking at?
So was Ruth or Pivira one of those 6?
No, none of the slaves that you guys have currently
Okay,
in this room appeared to put their hands up.
that is fine.
I will remind you guys, there is one that is still not in that room.
Yup.
Free also has all kinds of gold. She'll give, not right now, but before they leave, she's going to give them each a bunch of gold to survive out there with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Thyra was going to do the same. That's kind of why she was going to take the 6 who have nowhere to go first.
Sure.
And I'll subtract that out later. But just as a note, she's not sending them out there with nothing.
Yeah.
Izzy would like to go to the main dining place and see if anyone's still there.
Yeah. And Free
Okay.
also wants to talk to Thaya for a second after.
Sure. So, Izzy, as you begin walking down, you pass Bree on the stairs as she's going up.
Howdy.
And she just walks past. You make your way over to the dining room, and now that you go into it, you see that it is completely vacant. There's no one in there.
Good. I would like to do one more thing. This is the last thing that Izzy's going to do until the next day. I would like to ritual cast Find Steed.
Okay.
Take me 20 minutes.
Sure. So you sit down and we can casting that in the dining room, the cafe.
Sure, yeah.
Great. So we'll come back to Free's conversation with Fire because I suspect that'll be a heavy one. Elagian, you and Wade begin to see Bree come up behind through Gravar's office and sort of enter into the vaults and just give like this whistle that I probably won't pick up on the microphone. She gives you a look around. This is cool. Hey, look at these strings. And she begins looking up and trying to lift the case on the strings.
Don't. Those are spoken for.
Alright. So, what'd you call me up here for?
To the vault that I'm standing right in front of right now. Kind of looking at, trying to look and discern what I can about it.
Yeah, she's gonna walk up and make an investigation check. Really good.
Gonna do the same as I'm looking at it and trying to figure shit out.
You sure can.
I'll give myself guidance because why not? I can. That is a total of 23.
Yeah, you get a good look over it and she'll repeat the information, but she says, I mean, safe picking isn't really my forte. It looks doable. You know, it's going to take a little bit to get in there, but I'd like to see you do it.
Turn back and look at Wade. Could you, wait, not in the other room for me, please?
Oh, yeah, I was actually just heading out there to go lay on the couch.
Oh no, he should stay. He's better than you are with the lockpicks.
I wanted to talk to you. It wasn't for this.
All right,
Yeah.
well, it's fine. When you're done, you can come try.
Was she talking to me or like you?
To you.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty good with locks.
I
say
noticed.
so. Yeah.
Yeah, I've got my eye on you.
Watch your pockets. You might want to check them.
Haha.
I want
Same
to
to you.
slide a hand and like reach behind her ear and pull out a gold coin.
Make a sleight of hand check.
I know this is
Wade
not
would
going to
make
go
the best
good.
uncle.
He would. He absolutely would.
Holy shit! Actually, 18.
Yeah, you pull out the gold coin with a flourish, and she's, wow, I haven't seen one of those since I was like 6 years old. I'm impressed.
Thank you. Hey, you have wonderful friends, Lakian.
Doesn't he?
He's just standing there smiling,
I'll
not
go
saying a word.
I'll be right back, ma'am.
As you go ahead and leave and close the door behind you, she's like, you know, he'd make a good addition.
I don't think he has the stomach for it. Is the problem.
Shame. So, what did you want to ring me up to the head office for?
Well, first, the main thing was I wanted your input on this and see if you could help. But the other thing is, what happened after I left?
You know, we were looking at you for a potential employee in future, and then you disappeared. Business went on as usual. I mean, your presence was missed, sure. There were a couple of jobs I could have used you for. But, you know, my employer doesn't really function on missing previous clients, I guess.
Who's that person downstairs that you were sent after?
Friend. Look,
I know
I know
can't
it's
tell me.
hard. It's difficult when I can't say anything. I get that. But I'm glad that you wanted to talk to me, because I was watching, I said I would, and I am impressed with what I've seen today from you. From all your little goody two-shoes friends, but, you know, I'm looking at you mainly. I think I could get you an audience with my employer. I think you'd make a good addition permanently.
That's actually what I wanted to talk to you about as well. We have
So,
one more thing that we need to do to, funny enough, whether you believe it or not, save the world, as it were. But after this is all over, you'd be willing, I would happily accept that audience once again.
all right.
Because
I'll point out to you now. Don't think I haven't noticed. Your little convex friends, they don't look too kindly on us. You'll have to pick a side.
I think they've kind of chosen for me on that front.
Great. So, I don't know the specifics of your whole save the world thing. Good luck in that, by the way.
Thanks.
When you're done, meet me back in our ash. I'll get you an audience, and we'll see how it goes from there.
I would offer one more thing with your employer. Given my current in with Convex Order, if they wanted an inside man, it might not be too hard. But if
Yeah.
not, if they don't want the prying eyes, I can understand.
She kind of like chuckles a little bit at it. Well, isn't that just diabolical? Yeah, I'll mention it to him. Well,
We're planning on getting some rest up here. I'm saying louder to kind of try and project out a little bit. And just say, we're planning on getting some rest here tonight. So you wanted to meet back up here after you got some rest yourself. And maybe try and coach me a little bit.
I don't think I have the time for that, but I appreciate the offer. Listen, you and your little... What? I don't know what kind of friend he is. Where is he from?
Hey, Joe.
I don't know where that is. Accent,
It's
though,
in the
that's
middle of
really
nowhere.
recognizable. Okay, sure, yeah. Bring him along if he's up for it, and if not, then that's fine. And we'll see you there.
Hey.
She begins to walk out, and as she hits the doorway, she just turns and says, "Sorry about you dying, by the way.
Yeah, that wasn't great, but
It was
from
kind of stupid of you not to, try and pull the collar off yourself."
yeah, it's kind of hindsight's 2020, you know.
Yeah, sure. Well, most people don't get that luxury, so count yourself lucky.
Not the first time that's happened, so I've heard. But story for another time.
Right. See you around, kid. And she just walks out and passes you weight on the way out.
I'm getting ready to lay down on the couch.
Sure, she sort of like gives you a look over and then walks off. So that's
I will
Bree.
start.
And are you lying down, Lakin, or are you trying to? What are you trying to do?
I'm going to attune to the boots first before taking one rest.
Okay, sure thing. So while he's doing that, fire at Free. What you two doing?
I'm gonna let Free go first, but Thyra's just she's gonna eventually want to talk to those 6, but she's gonna let Chem go first. Free, do you mind if I borrow one of your notebooks and something to write with? You're muted.
Sorry. Yeah, she'll pull out the book that she's been writing all of their notes in and hand it to her.
Thank you. I'll return it as soon as I'm done.
No problem.
And I will leave with the 6 to
Sure.
Somewhere
Sure.
else.
Free just wanted to talk to Thaya for a moment.
Oh, yeah. You go ahead and find her in the group, and she's still sitting there in your Displacer Beast cloak, kind of gently like vibrating there in the vicinity. And when you go up and propose to talk to her, she kind of like there's a moment of understanding there where she's like, "I saw this coming."
Maybe not so much what you think. I just wanted to apologize for, having to wait another day for all of this to go through. And if I could have my cloak back.
Yes. And she begins taking it off. It was very useful in this time. Thank you for everything.
Yeah. I mean, no, it's nothing. Yeah, tomorrow, hopefully you'll be wherever you want to go.
Yes, I have not yet decided on where to go from here. Maybe your friend, she talked of her place. Maybe I will go there and see what is there.
They're a good group. They're recovering from a little bit of trouble, but they could use the hands.
Yes, I will think about it.
All right.
I heard from my previous employer, you said that you could teleport us to Unroots, but I thought that was destroyed.
They're rebuilding somewhere nearby. I guess word spreads pretty fast, huh?
Yes, I actually heard a story of you. I did not think it was you at the time, but I heard a story of a group of people who went to kill a banshee, and someone exploded at Displace Our Beast, and then you gave me this, so...
Oh, God. The cloak was found much later, but yeah, I did do that.
Oh,
It was not the greatest moment.
well, that's very impressive. So... Yeah.
Yeah. Just good luck wherever you choose to go, okay?
Yes, and you... Yes. You and all of your friends.
Yeah. She's like awkwardly trying to back out of the conversation.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I love when that happens. It's beautiful. Yeah, you like try and begin backing out, and she kind of grins and nods, and she also kind of backs out a little bit of the area. And then you hear another voice from next to you goes, "Well, that was really useful. I'm going to take her now. It was nice for friends to catch up, but we have decisions to make about where we're going, don't we?" And she's like, "Yes, we do. Thank you for everything."
Yeah, of course. I wasn't gonna let this place continue as long as I... Yeah.
Free.
Yes.
Okay. And he begins to lead her back to the back of the room.
Oh man. And then she's just gonna go awkwardly back upstairs and slump in a corner.
Sure.
Yeah, exactly.
Wade's already snoring on the couch.
Yeah, you see Wade snoring on the couch, and Friend is kind of curled up in a ball right here in his neck. But the goblin is a little bigger than like a dog or a cat, so he kind of takes up like most of the chest. And he's not asleep yet, he's just sort of like waiting to fall asleep.
That is so strange. Where the hell is his monkey?
His monkey's there as well. Yeah, his monkey's like sitting on top of the hat on top of the hood.
How did the monkey survive the death blast?
The monkey's fine. The monkey just goes into his clothes. The goblin, I should have been keeping track of, but I wasn't. He should have died like 6 times. But it's fine.
It's fine. Friend, if Friend dies, we will find you.
Friend and Monkey found like a secret little pocket in the room where
Yeah.
no damage could get them.
They found the pocket dimension hidden in Wade's clothes that only he knows about, and apparently now Friend and the monkey know.
Yeah, it's just Monkey and the Friend.
Friend and
this
Marcel.
is nice.
Yeah, she just sits there for a while.
Sure. So Thyra, you
Mhm.
find 6 people who didn't know where to go.
Would you like to do this as a group of 6, or would you like to talk individually?
We can do it as a group 6.
Right, where would you guys be more comfortable going?
There's a kind of a gentle murmuring, and you hear a couple of names get thrown out.
Right, I mean, what room would you like to go to discuss things?
Oh, they'll go anywhere. I'll say probably a common room. We'll go to the slave common room, which is the one on the left side.
Okay. Yeah, we'll do that. Alright, can I get your guys' names?
Oh,
to
don't
start
do this
with-
to me, Dyto. Don't do this to me. All right, you make me move my cat. She's asleep and she's mad at you now.
First NPC, Mad Cat.
All right.
Good name.
Angry
You
house
hear-
cat.
You hear the names: Vamir, Amarin, Ryo, Gilana. Yep, Amarin. And then Vamir and Ryo. Gilana,
That's 4.
Huzmir,
Sorry, what is it? Vismir?
I miscounted.
Huzmir, Huzmir. And the other one's going to be called Hildegund. Thank you, fancy
Ooh.
name generator.
That last one, I swear to God.
Alright, well, it's nice to meet all you. I'm Thyra, I'm the matriarch of the Muttonburn tribe. We're located down in Aegius. How do you guys not have a place to go after this? If you don't mind me asking.
The general consensus from these slaves are that most of them were already down bad. Some were homeless. Some had no fortune at all. Some had been orphans or without family. And they pretty much all traded their lives for a place to stay and be fed. It's more of a desperation trade than anything.
Do you guys have any skills? I saw some classrooms here.
Yeah, they can all talk, cook, and play music to varying degrees. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
I am leaving open the offer that all 6 of you can go and stay with my tribe until you figure out things on your own. Or I could try and help you guys get on your feet to wherever it is you would like to go.
Make persuasion check.
$18. That's not bad.
Yeah, I'll say 5 of the 6. You begin to get through to where they'll probably end up coming back with you if you provide them with a place to be. They'll probably come back. You see the last one, it was kind of like this older halfling woman, like maybe like 50s. It's just kind of like so set in her ways, and she just wants to stay here because this is all she knows.
Well, if the five of you, if that's what you want to do, and nothing else before tomorrow when we start trying to hedge people out, you're more than happy. I'm more than happy to have you. And I want to be able to help you all get back on your feet. She's gonna pull out her coin purse. She's gonna give them all 50 gold.
That is more gold than any of them have ever had in their entire lives. And they graciously accept, some with a little bit of resistance.
There are no
And they will-
strings to this. It's just to help you be able to make your own choices and live your own life. And hopefully not end up in a place like this again.
Sure, yeah. There's a general air of gratuity, and thanks are given to you, and you've pretty much secured now that they're going to come with you because of that. Right.
And if you're talking to anybody who wasn't in that room when I was in there, and anybody wants help relocating or not sure where they want to go, if they have any other particular skills, I know of a few different places that can use some hands.
They will send slaves your way if they find those skills. And we'll see how that impacts later on. Is there anything else that you want to do with them, Thyra?
No, that was pretty much it.
Okay. So you can go ahead and long rest. Isabel,
Yes.
what seed are you trying to summon?
I am willing to use whatever stats you decide, but I would like a slightly to have control over what form it takes. I'll use Warhorse stats. That's the stats one of the stats it says you can take. But I would like the creature to be a little weird, if you don't mind.
Sure.
Excellent. So is the group sort of gathering back in the office? Where's the group gathering?
I think they're going to the office, right? Or to the vault.
I do want to
Yes.
spend an hour of my long rest away from everybody.
Okay, that's fine.
But Isabel, in usual Izzy fashion, her magic's a little weird. It's a little gross and intimate, like just always has been. And this creature is definitely sort of made up a little bit of chaos, so it's a little twisted. And may or may not, the majority of its biomass she may not have shed it herself. But she goes back to the office, followed by what looks like the size of a dire wolf, sort of the same shape. Is black with sort of like that orange and reddy highlights, similar to Chaos's like physical form when he overtakes Izzy. And like Chaos, the back of its mouth glows like it has a fire in its stomach, but it glows blue like her paladin fire. So this is giant, and it's also its mouth is like a little too long, and it has like just sharp fucking parasite teeth. As it walks in, and she just follows her. She pats it. It's like, everyone, this is Crowley. He's my new best friend. He's a good boy, and he's my everything.
All right.
Isn't that right, Crowley? And I pet him.
Does he always follow you around?
I mean, go say hi to Free.
No, please don't. I'm not in the mood for things right now, is he?
It turns away. I think you made him mad. It's okay.
Yeah.
Just a question, Griz. What's Wade's intelligence?
That would be an 8.
An 8? Okay. Seeing as slightly less intelligent than Wade is an intelligence of at least 6. So yeah, so stats her steed.
Stats a steed, and that will stay with you for the remainder.
Until I dismiss it and I can resummon it. His name is Crowley and he's my best friend.
Perfect. So, is everyone beginning their long rest apart from Lakin, who is attuning to the boots?
Yes. Trying
Okay.
to.
So, whoever wants to keep watch can keep watch.
I'll keep
If you so
watching, so I'm
desire.
attuning first.
Fair enough.
I'll do first watch.
So, as you all bed down, and Lakian, you begin to attune to the boots. You put them on, and as you do so, you kind of begin walking around in them, and as you do so, your feet kind of like gently sink into the floor a little bit, about like an inch, and it gets a little more controllable as the time goes on. And as you finish your attunement to them, there is a faint inscription that appears on the front of the boots. And as you look at it, it reads to you, "Shadows lick at the heels of your prey, so move ahead to entrap from both sides." And you...
Send that to me.
I will.
Okay.
You can go ahead and add to your inventory boots of the... I think it's Dark Watcher, but it might be Shadow Watcher. I'll send it to you after the thing is done. That's all good.
That's fine.
And I'll send it to you when we're done. 3.
Yes.
As you drift off to sleep, there is a general unease being in this location and knowing everything that it has done and what it represents. And especially with your history here, but your sleep kind of gently begins to change into something a little lighter. As you feel yourself drift off, and in the vacant space of your mind, you kind of see this faint light appear ahead of you. And it's warm, and it's glowing, and it's comforting in a way. And it sort of drifts towards you in the form of kind of like this bright yellowish white orb. It kind of just drifts up and rests near enough to your form here in the dream. As you see it, then it gets close to you, you see it begin to take into a different shape. It's almost humanoid. And it begins to form and stretch out. And then it comes into its full fingers, toes, into the form of a woman in this beautiful, like, light blue dress with faint silver and white inlay, kind of flowing long back silver hair, and almost like this gentle tiara on top of the head, with these pale blue eyes that look down at you, and a gentle smile. And it says to you, "I am impressed with your dedication to your cause. You were born out of a couple that wasn't meant to be, and thrust into a situation devoid of love in every aspect. And in that situation, you found some." And you kind of see another light pass through that kind of vaguely resembles the form of Thea. "And when this love was robbed from you, and you vowed to escape your captors, you found a new one." And then you see four more shapes begin to drift in front of you. They kind of resemble the goats. "And one of them seemed to stick." And you see the one that looks like Wade begin to turn back around and circle you. "You have done a great service today, in my name and yours. And for this I will give you my blessing. And for you, hope of Malran, I extend to you this invitation. Kill the Scorched King and become my champion. A champion of love and of the Moon Maiden.
Of course. I mean... Yeah. Yes. Yes.
See that warm smile look down on you once more and sort of grow a little wider. Very well. Take the amulet that was so defaced and yet restored by you. It will do you good in the coming fight. Protect those you love. And she begins to like float a little higher and drift away.
Thank
Anything
you.
else to say? My dear, thanks belong to you. As that light begins to slow and sort of shift back into its regular form of a kind of spherical orb, and then it shoots upwards, dead up, and you look upwards to see that kind of black vacant space filled with small other lights that resemble stars. And you feel almost a slight connection more with Alakian and Wade now. And you watch as you look up and you see that orb shoot upwards and then sort of flash. And then the flash recedes, and where there was none before, there is now the shape of a gentle half-crescent moon. It just seems to look down on you.
That is amazing.
And the rest of your sleep is peaceful. Wade, as you drift off, you too have some discomfort in this place, knowing what it is and knowing what it means to free. There is an aspect here that you just cannot feel comfortable in. But your mind doesn't focus on that right now. Your mind drifts back to your own nightmares, as it frequently does, of Keijo, of the Gator, of the Hag, and you find yourself sitting in that swamp water that goes up to about your knees, staring at the tree. And as you do so, you kind of feel some movement around you, but it's not in the air, it's in the water. You see these kind of almost ripples, almost entities that begin to swirl and circle you. And as you take a moment and try and figure out what to do here, how to get out of it, your body is hurled downwards at a speed unknown to you before this. It's so fast that you feel your skin begin to tear upwards off of the skin and bone. And all of a sudden that speed just stops. And you are fully submerged in water. Dark, murky, nasty water. And you feel those entities around you, although you can't quite make out a form, shift into one larger one that continues to swirl and then rest in front of you as the water ahead seems to make out some kind of facial feature. As it looks to you, my siblings have made their presence known. Their weapons have chosen their wielders. And I am left with you. And you kind of see this faint smile appear. But take comfort in this fact, for we have been watching for years before, and it was you that I had my eye on all along. You see it begin to come up. That face seems to shift and stretch out into something kind of vaguely reptilian or lizard-like as it begins to swell around you, and you feel it almost like come around and then to the side and then stop and look into you. You were made for me, Wade and Water. And it goes around to the other side and stops. Your friends, they bicker and they argue and they spat like they are siblings. But there is love there. There is family. And it moves again, and now it's below you. But in order for you to win, they are in need of a leader. It goes all the way back up on the top of you. In my family, when my siblings betrayed us, I was the one who led them into the final battle. And it moves around to the front again. And now, you will do the same. Return the sword. Retrieve the crown. And you will find my weapon for yourself. As it begins to back up, is there anything that you want to say to it?
As sure as this muddy water flows through my veins, I will see this Scorched King defeated. You have my word.
I have faith in you, Wade in Water. As it backs out with your peripheral and your body shoots at that same immeasurable speed back up to the surface.
And you got the best one. I'm the most powerful. Trust me. Okay, bye.
And you breach the surface, and you are sitting back in the swamp of Keijo. And you kind of feel around you these elements begin to coalesce. The air goes warm and friendly and supports you at your back. The light looks down and glows at your face. Your shadow to your side, even here you can see it down in the reflection. The earth surrounding the pool, strong and sturdy. And up ahead, a faint dark cloud that sort of shines with lightning. It's angry and heated, but not unfamiliar, and not harmful if you know how to get around it. And as you sit here, amongst the elements, there is that strong sense of family. And your vision recedes.
This is what I'm fighting for.
And you begin to wake up next to Free. And that, unfortunately, is where we're going to end tonight's episode. So, thank you all so much for watching today's episode. We appreciate it. As always, watch Fandalva next Sunday, not this Sunday, but next Sunday, and Rhyme this Wednesday. But if we don't see you before then, we will probably see you next Monday. Yeah. Thank you everyone so much for watching. Thank you for coming out. We appreciate it. Let's keep making stories together, and we'll see you guys in a week. Toodaloo.